Alright, good evening, I guess, everybody. So previously, on our session, you have just destroyed the pirate flagship and captured some of the pirates that trying to escape it, along a shuttle full of other pirates. You got everybody on board, and in a swift display of decisiveness, Miles proceeded to execute one of the pirates, who tried to maintain his, how should I call it, national
Authority.
specialty, let's put it that way. But in any case, you've rounded up everybody who was alive, you told the shuttle to follow you, and traveled along to Kamara, to the mine, to rescue the miners and round up the remaining pirates. Upon arrival, upon approach, more like, you contacted them by radio, explained everything that has just happened, and after a short delay, they decided to surrender. After which, you left a couple of the pirates onto the to the good graces of the miners, who have been oppressed and hurt and possibly killed by these pirates for the last couple of months, and definitely treat these pirates well, and left with the remaining pirates to set them free, to roam the sector again and kill more people. You did so successfully, but not before kidnapping the last of the pirates, to bring your loot along with you. I mean the shuttle that you got to Orella, whereupon you set this remaining pirate free, giving him even more money to buy dangerous things to do dangerous things with, and then proceeded to submit your own ship to repairs, retrofit, and to attempt to sell the shuttle, which I might have made extremely complicated for all of you. Nevertheless, you are now waiting the 4 or 5 day grace period before your ship is actually fully complete and ready for flight. The whole business with your shuttle is completely delegated to hired NPCs. And yeah, that's about it. So, is there anything you guys remembered you wanted to do during those 5 days compared to last week?
I'm good with the shopping. I was well prepared in advance.
There was nothing that I had in mind. I had mentioned, given like my thoughts on the shopping, and Dali doesn't need anything, and there's no weapons we can really get, so Dali was fine. Dali did a little bit of more unique shopping in the meantime, some little things. And other than that, Dali would mostly be note keeping his own stuff, journal. If anyone needed help, he would have helped out.
We weren't only talking about shopping though, right? We were talking about everything done basically
In
during
general.
these 5 days. Yeah, because like at latest the next day after the message he got, the voice message he got that gave him the idea that a friend had been killed, and then calling that person and him still being alive. I think at the latest the day after, he would have actually approached Dalu during some of these downtime in the ship and told him that I've got some good and some bad news for you. Which one do you prefer first?
I'll go for the better of the two.
So, good information. The Academy does apparently have some information on file on you, or rather your twin brother, I guess, in this case.
Wow, okay.
Bad part about it is it is locked behind security clearance that a friend of mine does not have. He spoke of at least 5 files, but he couldn't give me anything else. So what I'm saying is there does seem to be information out there, but Well, yeah. You'll need to find some contacts or a different way into an academy database if you actually
I
want
see.
some new information. But you know, it's a
Hmm.
place to start if they actually have something on file
I
to
don't
go off of.
remember. I don't remember much from my time with the academy. I was in the academy, but not as much as yourself. I don't remember
Lucky
like the
you.
priority of their data keeping. It kind of makes me think that you might be important if this is, especially if it's behind security. What do you think that too?
Yeah, for sure. Because my friend is well connected at the academy, and if he can't gain access to it, then that's a good indicator that it's fairly important, fairly risky information, likely to get a hold of.
Well, I gotta say, the decision to get on board your ship has been the right one. This is the first lead since coming to the plane air that I've gotten. This is big, and I had no idea how to search for people. I don't know social networks, so this is pretty big. My goal was to just go around to islands and look at the most important people, like nobility first, and just wing it. So
Yeah, this is gonna be.
huge. It's huge.
I'm not sure it's gonna be any easier, but at least it'll be more targeted. You know,
Of
that's a
course.
good start. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
keep in mind, do you have well, do we know of any databases other than going to the region of the academy? Do you know of any places that are, let's say, data storage?
Dan, would I know of any such things?
Um,
Just like general system knowledge from my time at the academy. I
yes,
was only
make
a
me a program
student.
intelligence check.
Program?
I'm more okay, sure. Oh, that's not exactly I think what I was asking, but
And you're asking how the academy's database is structured, and
no, no, that's not what I'm asking. I mean, I don't think that is what I'm asking. I think what I'm asking is more along the lines of if I know if they also kept information in other places rather than just on the planet, or if they have like local outposts that have connections to these kinds of things. That's more what I thought I was asking.
so yeah, you're asking how the academy data network is structured.
Mm, I guess not what I think, but program intelligence. This is bound to go very well. Yeah, it is. 4.
Um, I mean, the only access points you've seen were the ones used basically in the academy, as in the building.
Mhm.
You had to have your basically like
What
student
about
card to access it. So
do I know of local outposts of the academy? Do they usually have these kinds of things in systems,
academy
or
has no
how does that
outpost
work?
outside of the academy and the nearby island.
Okay. And as far as I know, it was all concentrated in academy territory. I'm not sure they ever really kept anything offshores. I've never seen a base of theirs offshores, luckily. That's that's one of the big advantages. At least you don't get reminded all of the time apart from the people you meet. Um, so I'm not sure. Maybe we'd actually have to. I mean, I can ask again. And see if
Well,
that gets us anywhere.
if
I
you think,
mean,
I'll keep in, no matter what, I'll keep it in mind. Especially if we travel to new places, I can ask around to. You've done enough for the moment, getting me that information anyway. Um, but I suppose, so long as one of our next stops eventually it goes back to the academy region,
that's gonna be a
that's
far
alright.
ways off, though. I mean, it's definitely possible, but
It's unfortunate, but
that's a bit of travel we're talking about.
Hop, jump, and skip away.
I can't
More
ask.
than one.
I can't ask
Exactly,
you
hop,
to.
jump, and skip away.
I can't or won't ask you to do in a hurry. Like, you're in charge of this ship. I'm not telling you to go there now. Well, like you're the captain. I'm just saying you're the pilot. You know what I mean? You know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. No one else is gonna drive this thing
Exactly.
anyway
You
until
got
you
so
hire someone else. So
you're second in command of the ship.
not sure it works
God.
that way, but that's good. That's good. Yeah, but that should
Are you done with that paperwork?
paperwork.
Most of the paperwork regarding the taxes. I'm like,
Oh.
he's wincing while saying it.
No, oh, haven't you heard? We actually have a nifty little tool for that. I think it's called Z3-L1M, and it takes care of all of the paperwork by itself. Usually, I really don't do anything other than run it.
Well, I think I was more referring to the salesperson and you know the people that we were hiring.
Oh yeah, I found a couple of people and put them in contact with our program, and it's all being taken care of from there.
All right, perfect. Never mind. I was going to mention if we had to stay here much longer while waiting, I could ask around the Rello.
I mean, we do have to stay 5 days, so if you want to get started on asking around about these sorts of things, I can ask a friend again too, see if he knows anything about the data structure, because honestly, I didn't give a shit about that. So
If you don't mind, a little quick message would be good for me. I
yeah,
appreciate it.
I'll give him one. Yeah, send him one.
And by the way, I got some little knickknacks the other day because I saw this I can work with selling this ship, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm glad I'm not doing it." So I got them as a thank you, but for everybody. Um, so take this as from me till you need me to do something. Little thank you, and he pulls out a little custom made bobblehead that you can put on your dashboard of the ship. It's Lance's character. It's Lance, but with like a big head, character head, in like a
Fuck
floating
yes.
car. You can
Oh
put on
fuck
your
yes,
What,
dashboard.
what
this
is it
is
called?
awesome.
Like puppet dolls or what are they called?
Yeah, bobblehead, bobblehead. Yeah,
No,
and he's
that's
he's in a floating car. You know, there's one of them.
I'm bubbling. This is fucking awesome, dude. Fuck you, thank you. I'll put this right
Welcome.
behind the steering wheel.
It's not a
Fuck
whale,
yes.
but sure.
Sure, it is whatever I want it to be, though. Something like it. I'll just put it right on the dashboard. Fuck, cool. Where did you get this made? That's awesome.
Just the other day, got it nice and quick, as fast as I could. Had to get a little
Appreciate it.
artist to get a character done before it was done. It was made up. But
Even got the ears. Very nice.
you're welcome anyhow. You give
Yeah,
a
thank you.
little salute and walk out back to his room.
Oh yes, the Lance will walk off happily with the thing right towards the
You're like,
fucking
Lance,
dashboard.
take the wheel, autopilot.
Exactly. Little Lance, you look out now. And put on the autopilot. Yeah, I'll just place it right there.
Okay. Phil, any new test subjects?
Yeah, maybe. So is there secure communication? Like, or is it just a post office, you send a letter and hope no one reads it?
Well, basically, technically, the default communication is partially secure. Obviously, it's not gonna protect you from anybody who is intent to crack it open. You can pay extra for security, but it depends how much money you're willing to put into it.
Yeah, but then securing it would also raise a flag, maybe? I don't know. Fuck it, I'll just send a message back home. Mr. Vara. And I'll just ask if we should intervene in Orello. And ask what we should do, or what he thinks we should do with ancient object that Cianin would not approve of. He'll understand.
Sure. You'll have to send me that later, the full message.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you 2 credits to do.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like to be fair, a lot of ships go from Morella, so you assume it's gonna take like about 2 to 4 weeks per round trip.
Yeah, and I'll just send you the full thing. I'll just include like the ship name and have him send it back to Morello.
Hmm.
All right.
Anything else?
Not really.
Captain? Everybody's going through the 5 days that you're waiting for the ship to be repaired.
Getting some booze, I guess. Refilling on that. No other kind of shoppings, though. What to do? You said Winnell could send someone a message from far away.
You can genuinely send a message. But like it basically travels with ships, so
Yeah, can I send a... No, never mind. Never mind.
Alright, yeah.
You don't want to send Daddy a message? No.
No, I'm a strong, independent boy.
Very
Alright.
good.
Alright, very well. Okay. Well, in that case, you go through emotions, news on the dockyard to arrive that you prepared. Meanwhile,
Can
the
I
rest hand? Yeah,
do?
sure.
Yeah, I will definitely contact my friend again and, just ask him a couple of questions about what he left me last, basically, in the sense of if this is encrypted, the kind of people we would have to talk to who would have access, or where this kind of shit is stored. I haven't ever heard of any place other than the academy itself that really keeps shit, as far as I know. Just basically asking him
Right.
if he knows anything else.
In order to roll it properly, let me put something like some food in my mouth. Alright, well, he basically is gonna, like, while chewing on a banana or something, he's gonna say that, well, I mean, if it's that important, then either you need to go home, or maybe one of the inspectors knows something, or, I mean, the agent ships carry some backups, but it's never gonna be the full database.
Okay. Agent ships or...
I mean, if you sit around on Arella, they're gonna find you.
What do you mean gonna find me?
Well, they're interested why you were asking about this. Pretty sure they're
Oh,
gonna
I
ask
guess.
you.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck my... You saying they're gonna find me here sooner or later anyways if I don't leave? That's nice.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're
so-
gonna find you sooner or later. Just depends on how later you want it to be. And for the record, I'm telling them exactly on which ship and where you left, because,
You won't even know. I'm just hiring on somewhere else and leaving. How do you know?
I mean, you're a good pilot, friend, but you're not a very good liar.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. I mean, they can come for me. Just some curiosity, but you know of any inspectors accidentally on Orello at this time? Not really, right?
Oh, it would be really good inspectors if I knew. I mean, nobody told
Fair
me,
enough.
so
Fair
no
enough.
basis. Maybe. Most likely, honestly, most likely. There's stuff happening around.
Yeah, but if you don't know of them, I'd rather not go
I mean, the
looking.
vampires are
just-
here, the sun elves are here. Sure, Horizon is lurking somewhere. So I wouldn't
Hmm,
be there here. I mean, I'm here.
fair enough. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks.
Good.
I'll like hang up the phone.
Alright. Is that the last thing? I take it as a yes. Alright, so yeah.
Oh, I muted myself. Yes,
see.
sorry. Yeah.
So so while you are waiting for the news has been prepared, thinking what you're gonna be doing in the process, some of your crew members are catching up on communication for dummies. Some of them are working on your ship, and actually it's in the shipyard that the interesting thing is happening, because you, Robert, get a rather new and shiny ship moved to your dock, except its hull behind has been covered like in splinters with wooden hull torn off and scorched. Definitely sign of some serious explosion. But the ship itself looks fine, so that's some interesting circumstances. And as you and your crew survey the ship, halfling girl, I guess, compared to you, hops of the ship, heads in your direction, carrying along a tablet with all the instructions on what you will need to do to that ship in 5 days. You start working on the ship slowly. It turns out to be a pretty simple job. Mostly just replacing, tear off the old hull, replace it with new wood. It's a standard ship design, so you've got most of the planks already shaped, chosen properly. You also want the spike drive retrofitted, so you do that. Again, expensive, well-paid job, but kind of like cutting out appendix. We've done this 100 times. Well, you never cut out an appendix, but you then replaced an engine 100 times. And you kind of get talking to the girl, who doesn't talk all that much, despite all of you attempts to be polite and cordial. Responds with the shortest, smallest amount of words necessary to convey an answer. But first you find out that you are almost called in English. Your names are almost the same. You're Robert, she's Robbie. So that's her full name. She's a kick-ass mechanic, as experienced as you, but very dexterous hands. And slowly but surely, you kind of start getting some details about the ship. Also, kind of where you're like, oh, that's a coincidence. And she starts complaining about, I quote, a crazy ass motherfucker named Lance and his crazy ass barrel rolls. A name you definitely recognize. And then you slowly find out that the ship has been in some dangerous and reckless situations taking up on fleets of superior numbers, superior size, superior armaments, and getting off basically scotch-free. Scotch-free. There's a crew. In general, is just nuts. They're just somewhere in between idiots and criminals. And
Snitches, not criminals. Snitches.
yeah, like
She doesn't know that part. She wasn't there when we were snitches. It's okay.
yeah, fair enough.
We keep that our secret embarrassment.
That's honestly rather unethical and dangerous to be here. Yeah. You wanna say to that?
Me?
Yes.
I smile. Then I nod. Then I pick up my guitar. Pull out my laser pistol. No, what is it called? It's ray wand. Into my holster. And I say, you mind bringing me to them? And as I walk, I start playing the guitar.
Well, as the rest of you slowly return to the ship after your crazy shopping, you find your cargo bay occupied with a bearded, white-haired old man sitting on a crate with a guitar, just talking to Robbie.
Oh, that's really nice. All the people you hire, finally some entertainment. I was really bored.
I mean, I
Don't remember
just-
hiring him though.
I gave it to Robbie. BB, is that you? You're
I think we have
looking.
too much money.
What? Sorry, what's his name?
You can call me Robert, Bobby, or BB, Brittle Bobby. All works fine.
I'll stick to Robert. I have a certain hatred towards the name BB.
Why? I don't understand.
It sounds very childish.
Suit yourself, my friend. Well, I am your newest member.
What?
Do please update me on that.
Well, I heard that you are some crazy motherfuckers. And I would like to join your party. I know Lance already, and he's a good chap, so
Well,
I mean-
what
you have space for an old man.
what exactly can you do? What are your skills?
He's an excellent mechanic. He's fixed my racer up numerous times in the past. The one thing I'm kind of worried about is, we have 6 spaces on the ship. And currently the one you'd be vying for is the one that Robbie occupies.
But we
Well-
can't have a Robert, a Bobby, and a Robbie.
I go close to Lance. What do you think? We just kick out Watanabe, I mean.
Yeah.
I like the way you
as you
think,
start
actually.
whispering
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
background, Robbie kind of gets up. I'm out.
Oh?
Well, it's
Okay.
obvious that your ship can't hold down the mechanic. You'll be served in a month, Robert. And you just
You
sound
think
as
there's a
crazy
curse?
as they might actually like you.
Well, I'm sorry to see you leave, Robbie.
Yeah, very sorry about that. Didn't mean to push anyone out. I just thought there was enough space for me.
Right.
Did you want to leave anyway? Did you get what you wanted?
Kinda. I thought for a while that I owed Captain something, but I figured that that's not how the things are done on the ship. And it's better I go my own way before I become a... She kinda glances towards the spot that has recently been replaced with new flooring. A problem.
Well, I don't view you as a problem per se. I view you as a companion and a crewmate, but I hope if you ever need help and he looks at Robbie, crazy motherfuckers to help you, then you don't hesitate and come back to us.
Not unless you're the last ship on Aurelia.
Oh, that bad. That's kind of surprising, honestly. This about the pirates.
This is about a lot of things. Anyway, Captain, I've cleaned up the tools and left them sorted. Away. I'm sure Robert will figure it all out. Cleaned out my locker. Left behind the vac suit. And Robert, make sure they do have a vac suit for you.
We had one for you. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. Someone else that didn't have one.
Picks up her small bag with belongings. The ship's all patched up, ready to fly.
Good luck on your journey. Is she
Walks off
when
the
she
line.
leaves? Yeah, when she leaves, Miles is gonna turn to all the remaining crew and like, does anyone here know why the hell she hates my guts?
No, I don't know why she hates us. I was gonna ask, I was gonna say, you're gonna be very happy to have BB here in comparison, because I know that he's always a very friendly motherfucker in comparison to the last two engineers we've had who've been, you know, they've both had a stick up their arse in one way or another, is how I'd describe them personally. So I think at least that will be a nice change of pace. And I'm fairly certain
indeed.
he's way more qualified
Luck
too.
seems to be smiling upon me today. I'm still kind of bothered if Robbie hate. I feel like it's something personal between me and her, not the rest of the crew.
I think she was alluding to your recent treatment of a certain prisoner, but yes.
I think first you didn't do
The
enough,
first
and
one
then
or
you
the
did too much.
the first
Yeah,
one or the latter one?
both.
The latter one. Maybe both, actually, yeah. But this is very surprising, BB. I thought you had a shop here. I thought you liked it here. How come? Is this?
Well, how about we play a little game that I call Hi, my name is, and this is my shit. I'll
Good
start.
idea.
Hi, my name is Bobby, and my shit is that I saved a couple of people on a burning ship,
I heard that
and
was
I
cool.
got blasted with an engine explosion, and now I have the spell plague. Don't worry, it's not contagious or anything. It's just, you know, he stands up and you can see that he's kind of showing signs of ache and pain. As he does that, he stands about 6'3" tall, pretty muscular, but he looks kind of weak. And he says, "Yeah, so that's one of my shit pieces. As you might know, spell plague is terminal. I've had it since about 3 years, and it has been very slow going, but it's downhill in some form or another. And I honestly just want to have fun. I just want adventure. Fly through new territory. And perhaps down the line, I want to find some motherfuckers that I need to kill. I used to be, before I became a mechanic, I used to be a bounty hunter, so I'm a pretty good shot. I kill a lot of people, only bad ones, except for one. So I'm hoping to balance that out. I got played. So there, that's my shit. Oh, I don't like lying. So if you have some weird shit that might come bite me in the ass, I would like to know beforehand.
I enjoy this game, I have to say.
Then how about you go second?
Hey, hi guys, my name is Lance, and my shit is, I don't know when to stop, and I get into shit that's a little too big for my breeches, and that's how you get this arm and this leg, thanks to the dock over here, and I like going fast. I enjoy adrenaline a bit too much and will get all of you into danger because of that. But apart from that, I'm very nice and friendly. I'm mostly conflict free. The academy isn't after me at all. Yeah, I think.
Inside check. No, keep going.
I think that should cover it. I don't think I'm ever in some real shit, so it should be fine.
Well, I don't know about much fun. We do have I think, a set of checkers in the spaceship, and every once in a while we do go for adventure and stumble upon the individual that needs some neutralizing. Of course, only bad ones.
Nice. Nice.
Seems we're a bit aligned there. You seem like a wild card. I'll be honest, and I am having a bit of
What? You don't like
unstable
multiple wild
vibes.
cards?
No, unstable vibes from you. But then again, and he looks to the rest of the queue. Who am I to judge unstableness? Welcome aboard.
Trust me, the only thing unstable about me is my knee. And my health, probably, but...
And your temper, according to your stories, but I
My
do
temper?
like good stories.
I don't have a temper, my friend.
Oh, that one individual that you said that he wasn't a bad guy.
That was not out of temper. Well, it's a bit of a longer story. I'll tell you if you want. I just don't want to bore you.
Well, I'll have the rest of the crew first introduce themselves, and then maybe we could sit on some
Right.
nice drinks and have a bit of a more business, straightforward talk.
Well, my name is Wino, but everybody calls me Winnow, so my name is Winnow.
So is that how you pronounce it?
I didn't know.
Wino.
No, it's too late. I like to help people, but I'm not very good at it. Mostly I creep out people.
He's lying now.
And I don't understand people. That's my shit.
All right.
If you need a new knee, you can fix that shit.
Thank you, Doc, but I think I'm beyond the point where that really fixes things. But if you have a power armor lying around here, I wouldn't say no to that.
Yeah, sometimes we get some bodies and we can... we'll talk about it later.
Flesh power armor.
And I'll hold up the hand. Seeing as the doc said he isn't good at what he does, this is his creation. I think you heard about the crash. This is the arm of the other guy in the crash. Intellect 2. and some other parts too. But
And they completely work.
yeah. Most
That's-
of the time.
It's pretty good work there, Doctor. I'm
Well, it's
impressed.
functional. The aesthetics could be better, I know. But what you gonna do?
Oh, sometimes you have to work with the parts that you got, right?
Yeah,
Spare
and you have to
parts.
work fast because, like, you have like 4 minutes.
Yeah, a reactor might blow into your face and give you spell plague. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yes, or the blood drains, but same thing.
Same difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
deadlines.
I can
Deadlines.
attest to some of the work that he does too. This face of mine isn't real. This is illusionary magic, I think, or that he's putting on me to keep my identity hidden. So you can do that too.
I think you shouldn't say that because it defeats the purpose.
We're in private, right?
We're in our ship, so he is.
Yeah, we're in our ship. I think
And
that's
he's like,
fine. If
I
he's
know
fine.
already. As Watanabe kind of goes back to his compad.
No, he has headphones on.
I hope he has headphones on for when I flame him after
Sorry,
this.
continue.
Well, you said you don't like lying. I'll be honest with you. Well, my name's Dalu. I'll tell you that much. So I won't keep my name from you. But I will tell you now that I'm searching for someone. That is my purpose. It's why I came to the plane of air. There's nothing too complex about it. Well, except who the person is. And for reasons that I can only say are one or two, and they're complex, I don't trust you. But I already like you.
Well,
But I'll tell you
trust
though.
is built.
Exactly. So I'll be sure our connection will get better. Well, I'll tell you anyway that the person that I joined this ship to find, depending whether I find the person or not, if I can, I could be bringing you into some danger, but I'm not sure. And if I
Alright.
can't, well, you can be sure that I'm not. I guess it's just full of uncertainty.
And just let me know in the moment if I need to point my gun at that person or try to save them from whatever shit we're getting into.
All right, I'll tell you as much as I can about him. Down the line, I have to say it at some point. And again, nice to meet you.
Same
Oh,
here.
I should tell you, I have 2 bunnies. The last mechanic pretty much freaked out when I didn't tell them. I don't know why. I don't understand. I have bunnies. Okay?
That seems like an unreasonable reaction.
For your own sanity, I wouldn't delve into it too far.
I like you already.
It's a dwelling concern.
Well, as long as for their sake you keep them away from the engine, all's good.
And
Oh, sure.
that one over there with the headphones, that's the last non-captain crew member. He's Watanabe, and his shit is that he is shit.
Lance, now, please, let him speak. He can speak his own shit.
He has his headphones in. I'm sure he doesn't even hear us. Watanabe?
He's looking right at us. What are you talking about?
Watanabe like does a horrible show of like taking headphones off and pretending like he didn't hear anything. Oh yeah, what? I was there's complete silence from the headphones, listening to some music. You called from the captain? What can I do for you?
Yes, why won't you introduce yourself to our new crewmate?
I'm Watanabe. I do the comms, except for when I don't.
Why are you here again? Watanabe, remind me, I forgot.
Well, me and the captain, we met in a bar, really, and I said I was looking for a job, and he
Yeah,
said he
I
had
think
a
you can.
job.
I know the rest.
And I've seen great potential in him.
Sure.
Okay, I didn't mean to pry into your personal. That's actually
We had a
okay.
few drinks, one thing led to another, and now he's on the ship.
I imagine as much. Okay. Fade to black.
What you get for asking.
I didn't know.
So the best I think we can offer, and I do say we, because we're a crew, is just a fair share of all income. Does that suit you?
Yes. That's fine. Thank you.
Makes calculations a lot easier when everyone just gets a fair share.
Would you, if you don't mind, before we get into talking about all that stuff, introduce yourself? I get
Oh,
the
sorry, I
feeling
think
that
I-
you're the captain here, and I guess you gotta like the captain, right?
True. Sorry, I do think you'll get to know me a lot better. I tend to not shut up at all during the flights. Anyways, my name is Miles. I'm the captain of the ship. My shit is that I do love to talk. Except when something is on my nerves, then I just prefer to end it quick.
All right. What's your shit?
Bringing the best out of each and every one.
Come on, give me this shit.
Oh, that is the shit. I'm sure that once we'll get to know a little more each other, and maybe in the heat of the moment, you'll find yourself a bit more capable than you were before.
You're talking about your skill set. And that's good to know. A captain who got his crew in order in check is good. I like that. And I promise you I won't work against the grain, if you catch my drift. But I want to know what your shit is. Why are you doing this?
Now look at the rest of the crew. I assume you could already tell that I'm not from here.
I have no people knowledge. I couldn't tell anything.
Well,
Unless
just
you're
say-
a screw or a
No.
tool or something, then I can tell you everything about it.
let's just say I'm trying to prove myself in a very special way. Kind of getting famous. Renown.
Why?
Power.
Why power?
With power, there's purpose.
So you're searching for purpose.
Oh, well, I do have a purpose in mind already. I just need the power to do it.
What is that purpose?
Continuing my family's business.
And what is that?
It has to do with fine cuisine and dining.
So, let me get this straight. You're being a ship captain because you want to gain power to continue your family's cuisine business?
Expand it more. It will go on even without me. Correct.
That seems awfully complicated. Couldn't you just, I don't know, study? Become a better businessman?
Oh, there's tradition involved in all of that sorts.
Huh. I'm kind of curious.
Well, the more we spend time together, I guess the more you'll know about it.
All right. Well, Sounds like you're a crazy bunch. I'm excited. If you have me, I'd be really stoked. Please don't lie to me. I have a distaste for that. I won't do the same. That's a promise. That's a BB promise right there.
BV guarantee.
Yeah.
I tell you, they're very famous in the racing scene.
It's not that.
You should
famous.
put a trademark
You're
on there.
blowing me out of proportion.
And then it's BB guarantee TM.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh. So, do I sign a waiver or anything?
I didn't have to do anything like that.
I don't think I signed a waiver. Should we sign a waiver, Captain? Is that what you do?
Wait, actually,
No.
Miles, if we've never signed it and this is a casual contract, do I have any insurance if there's an accident?
Yeah,
Something goes.
The dock is your
Well,
insurance.
there's our work health.
Unfortunately, in a very capitalist world that we live in, there's no guarantee for such events. I'm sorry. You could insure yourself via a third party, but the ship does not provide insurance.
Well, I guess there's some benefits that we don't pay tax, casual contract. As long as you don't tell anybody.
True.
We have to pay taxes?
No, of course not.
In that case, I actually have a surprise for you. A sort of welcome gift that I managed to convince everyone to buy. Another project that you can also work on.
So, what do I need to fix?
I think this one is practically brand new, so hopefully nothing, but I'm not sure yet. And I will like rent a car for the last time, hopefully.
To
And
get a
go-
car.
I'll go get our graph flyer. Oh,
What's our-
beautiful graph.
What's our funds? What's our current
Um,
funds?
Our current funds. Where is my? Is 36K. Yes.
Okay.
By the way, I corrected how the spike drive was put into your ship, and now it properly calculates its price and maintenance cost.
Ah, cool. Thanks.
it's
All
on top of
right,
the
our
value.
maintenance costs. Again, no. No, not again.
Only have 5 months.
Yes. Yeah, I will just go pick up our graph flyer and fly
What
it
does
on.
it look like?
That's an excellent question. How does it look like? I don't know how they look like.
You tell me. You're buying it.
Sci-fi fantasy cars that never
Not
steampunk cars.
But they love fucking ship designs, right? They're sailing the air in ship-like things with wings.
How many seats?
6, I think. 10? 6.
Like
Yeah.
6.
You could just surf.
No. That sounds incredibly
I
unsafe.
have it.
You have it? You have a picture? Or did
There
you
we go.
post? No. No,
Why not? It has
That'll be a
6
no.
this.
That'll be a no.
That looks like a dwarven design.
You know, if most of the shit around here looks like more not traditional ships, but somewhat traditional ships, I think this one is gonna look like a fucking speed racer with a or like a speedboat that you'd imagine from the design of it. Very slick and slim and just all-purpose, no flashy things around, and a small sharp sail at the top that looks sort of like shark's fin. that provides the or collects the energy from around that isn't provided by the fuel. Do you get what I'm saying, or no?
Yeah.
Good. Then that's how it looks like.
Right. Well, now the crew is all together again. Poor Robbie. I wonder why she had to leave.
Seemed like she
she
had
hates us.
issues even before, yeah.
She hates us. That's why. It's the only reason.
course.
She
Of
she
course.
hates us.
And did you have any plans you wanted to go for, or unless
I
something
would've-
happens, you would just wait for
In
stuff to happen?
the passing days after my conversation, I would have informed Dalu that we're gonna be we'll have to look out for academy inspectors or like their what were they called? The ships that are basically representatives of the academy. I don't remember. But for that, then they might have some backups and that kind of deal. And I will also tell them that. But on the other hand, I don't think we'll have to look for them. Because I've been told that putting in that search request has gotten them interested, and now they want to know why I asked about it. So they'll be looking for me now, in a sense. So the information you want could just be coming, well, probably not straight to you, but at least someone who knows something might be coming straight to you.
Is that confirmed? That you think you're, let's just say, compromised? Is that
Yeah.
dangerous? I think that's confirmed.
That's confirmed. I don't think that's
Right.
necessarily dangerous, unless I mean, no, I don't think so. Should be fine. And
And I assume you meant like when you're talking about these ships, like emissaries.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. They're like emissaries, yeah.
All right. Okay.
They're
okay.
pretty. There's a couple of them around, but I don't think there's one currently on Orello. But you know, maybe they're sending one right now because of the question. Who knows? It'll be fun. I'll just need to know how to play it in that situation. But yeah, I may be handing them off to you because I, asked for a friend. I don't know what you want. I can spin some shit too, but I'm not the greatest
Oh yeah.
liar.
If they're in any way helpful, or if they're not, and they're trying to get something from us, or they're coming after you for looking it up, throw it all on top of me, because it's not. I don't want to throw it on your shoulders.
I don't think it'll be too dangerous. If I had to guess right now, if I had to place a bet, I'd say they got coming looking because they might be looking for the same person and they have some files on previous shit he's done, maybe. So if you look like yourself and in that case like him, that might be somewhat dangerous for you. But in effect, I presume they're looking for the same shit.
I think you said danger 5 times in 1 minute. That concerns me.
That sounds like fun, is what you meant to say, I think.
Yes, and if
Your stress levels are elevating.
every time you say fun, danger, and betting, my alarm goes off. So
Betting is dangerously fun, so I understand that.
sounds kind of dangerous to me. Like, if you have secret information, somebody asks for secret information, you track down the person that asks for the secret information, they're not gonna give us the secret information, I think.
I mean, depending on the circumstances, if there's an argument to be made that we actually have a... But yeah, I think it'll be a hard conversation to have. If I were you, Dalu, I'd also like, talk about it with the captain. He has a way with words. He might give you a hint or two, or maybe, do some of the talking.
I'll definitely be thinking about it. I'll need a bit of time just to kind of think about it in my head. I've been expecting this, but I don't think you might realize how big this is for. Because you see, I kind of had a sneaky suspicion that I might even find this information, and the fact that it has been found is regardless of helping me on my goal. You guys helped me on my goal. It's just a
Hey.
big thing on its own. So I'm gonna have to think about this. But I'll speak to Captain. Good idea. I can't look
Fine.
out for these emissaries, or you're the pilot. I mean, I can scan for it.
Like the ships, those are more doable. But they're usually, they
One
make
thing you
them.
know,
They
if
make
it's an
themselves
academy
known.
ship, you either know it's an academy ship or you have no
Yeah.
idea it's there.
And the inspectors, how would I describe that? That's like if we try to find an inspector in Orello. That's so much. That's a needle in a haystack, but the haystack is, the size of a field or some shit. I wouldn't go looking unless I knew someone. No way.
They're too good at what they do, unfortunately.
Have we Ergum, have we actually done are we still talking about the 5 days passing, or are they gone by?
5 days
The
has
5
passed, your ship is fully repaired,
Okay, they're
so
done.
like unless something happens, basically by this point, either you just basically sit on your ass and wait for your money to drop from the sale of your shuttle, or go off somewhere. And I mean, I don't believe you have too many ideas. Well, two
Actually,
kinda.
have a,
Two, didn't we? One
I
was
actually have a different question. I wanted to know when the fucking, the news show you did. When
Yes.
does that kind of
Oh, it
information
had a date.
about? Oh yes, when
did
was
it?
that?
I
The
didn't.
15th of, I think. Which
Today's the 16th.
Is it the 15th or the 14th? I don't remember. I think it was. I'll check.
It says the 16th on that page right there. So so that means it was yesterday,
The news
Should be.
were on the 14th.
2 days ago.
How often are the news? Once a week?
About once a month.
Month. Okay.
Well, it depends on
think-
how many things happen, but
I think we can be proud that we might have been in two of those segments. One of them, I don't think we'd be so proud of.
is the second
Yep,
one.
just do your other thing in between, and then I will get to the necessities of that news message.
All right.
So,
Wait, what two segments were you in? I mean, I did listen to them, but
There was. Well, I was just about to blatantly say it. You can say it, Captain. You can say it. You're in charge. I'll let you just decide what we say. I'm not gonna lie, so I respect the not lying.
You could also
Well,
say it.
all right. So yeah, there was one where talking about the gas cloud, action in the gas cloud. If you had heard about that, especially about a pirate group, we were involved. And then the second one, a bit more vague, but I think we're involved in, was a lot less so. Was the action against the let's just like the terrorist organization in Arello. I think we had some hand in that, maybe in an embarrassing way, maybe in the snitchy kind of way.
To each his own. I don't think it's that embarrassing.
Oh well, I think the way the news segment said it, hopefully it's not propaganda. I think it sounded good. Sounded like an accolade.
all right, okay.
There's a bit
So-
of our recent exploits.
Are we expecting people to shoot at us?
I'd say no.
All the time.
Well, unless one of those pirates that in the other segment, there are some alive that we were okay. I'm just saying it now. We said we let some of them free.
I think we were
So-
very generous. I don't see any reason for them to shoot us.
Yeah, I'd agree. You were quite generous.
You're muted,
with the
Sarah.
deal.
That is not what I'm worried about personally. Personally, I'm worried about the dude we left here, left Jerome here on Orello, who has been apprehended by the authorities and has all of the reasons to sing.
Mhm.
And while they won't take issue with us, dealing with the pirate fleet there, the government might take issue with us setting the pirates free and giving them money.
I don't think they would have any issue with that. As I said to them, and I'll say it now again, we're not the police. We are outmanned. We couldn't just arrest them all and bring them in. The mission was very clear, and it didn't involve anything to do with the pirate crew. It had to do everything with the captain.
Fair
I do
enough.
think so.
Just saying, next time you go visit your friend, you better mention that. Maybe he's not as happy to see you after that. I don't know.
Oh, I doubt it. We are on very good terms.
I don't think
Sure.
those pirates at all are actually a problem. I think it's more. I think the bigger one, if there's any, would be us being figured out by that group in Arello that we somehow snitched. I find that being a very low chance, but that seems like an actual problem rather than these pirates.
No, it'll
You think
be
not?
fine.
No.
No, it'll be fine. No danger there.
Well,
Speaking of
I
that,
I
Yeah, he's
understood
graying too
little
much.
to nothing from whatever you just said. So, if you need me to shoot a point, please.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Good thing to have.
I'm in it.
Mind me asking where your skills in shooting came from?
Bounty hunter time.
Bounty hunter.
Ah,
Mercenary
shooting.
work myself.
Yeah.
Shooting what?
Well, I prefer long arms, but essentially you can give me anything. And I'll throw it, slice it, slash, punch, shoot, pull. As a bounty
What?
hunter, you usually have to be quite flexible if you
Very true.
want to seal the deal.
What type of, if you mind me asking, bounty hunting work did it involve?
Oh, murderers. Almost exclusively. Like the really bad kind of people. My family, it's kind of a family trade that I follow. We have sort of code, I would say. We only kill the bad people.
Very
If
honorable.
your whole family is like in the bounty hunting business, you probably have a lot of connections, information. Finding people is easy for you, perhaps?
Oh, no. I just hunt for prey. I did everything solo, pretty much. My parents gave me a set of tools, and then they said, fuck off. Essentially.
No outside.
we still had weekly dinner together, but essentially it was...
Explains the
I lo-
cursing.
It's, you make 3 times as much money if, 3 people in your family go for 3 different targets. That's kind of how we rolled.
I see.
Well, to be honest, I'm not quite the man I used to be.
Where are you from? I can't put my finger on your accent.
Oh. Mannheim.
But excuse me? Come again?
Mannheim.
you're from,
Man,
you're from so
Manchester.
far away. I didn't even know. You're from Horizon Territory.
Yeah. I just, after that contract that went sideways,
That's probably a couple of
I
times.
was externally motivated to vacate the premises. So I did.
It's a very nice place, though. Shame.
Where is that exactly?
That is in the sector. That is in the Hesse sector.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not sector, system.
Or-
Sector
System.
is the whole
Sys-
Aether map.
It's
Wow. Okay.
bottom
Horizon
right of Horizon territory.
Ah,
Whew.
yeah, humans. You know.
What a way to make to get from there to here. Wow.
Yeah.
You must have
That's-
a lot of stories.
Not really. I mean, I do have stories, but it's essentially a lot of it is the same. Like, hey, there's that murderer. Okay, I go there, kill them. A lot of that.
I have a quick question. You are aware that getting there would only take us like 18 days? Yeah?
But that's still 18 days of work we can do.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
not wrong.
I can
36.
modify a lot of things in 18 days.
No, not with the spike drive 2. Each jump is 12 divided by
Alright.
2.
So, what are we feeling doing, and are we thinking about spending some of this time for this ship by pulling this job that you mentioned, Miles, or look for something else? Or are we waiting for this money?
That's when you all hear a. Perhaps I could um, uh,
I was speaking to
expand
Miles.
upon
No, I'm
that
I'm joking. I'm joking.
question. You turn around
That's-
and see standing kind of in the middle of your vault.
Is this not Watanabe? No.
No, it's
No.
not a ton of.
Oh, it's
This is Elijah.
The ship's ramp. Yeah, the cargo ramp. Because you're
Okay.
still technically in the docking bay. And you see there standing a tall, thin man in a black suit with black hair, kind of like slick like this, and a black called
black on black on.
Sounds like a descendant of Lord Edge.
a briefcase in his hands, kind of like holding it like this. And he's unnaturally tall and thin.
Oh, briefcase.
You mind if I were to join your inside?
Excuse me, who are you?
Oh.
I am Gordon. Gordon Grant. He turns head like this. Mr. Lance Savory. In the flesh, I presume. Well, most of the flesh. Anyways,
Oh, you Academy?
yes. I am an inspector, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Can I whisper over to Miles? Like, if he's just speaking to everybody, I'm just whispering over to Miles real quick. Maybe it's rude. It's like, don't vampires have to be like invited inside?
I don't think he's a vampire.
That wasn't an insult to yourself, by the way.
Ah, apologies. I am not of the vampiric disposition, despite the. He kind of clears his lip, and you do see two long, thin fangs. I am more of the reptilian persuasion.
Have I ever seen such a creature?
Make me no check.
You want tea?
Why are you doing
Take your
that?
blood?
And
I suddenly start playing the guitar for no reason.
Yeah.
yeah.
A
It helps
Mark
you think.
Zuckerberg?
That's what you're doing a no check. Helps you think.
Oh,
That's
right.
intelligence based, right?
Yes, in this case, yes. I know
Strong
why.
4.
Fucked up. One second.
But a +3 for
Double
intelligence?
drop and
What?
nat.
How do people have a mod of +3 for their stuff? I want to know.
They use feet.
Excuse
Oh,
Called.
that's big dick magic.
As I mentioned before, the feats from the Codex of the Black Sun, the magical feats, are somewhat strong.
Hmm. Okay. I need to read. I need to read that.
But he also put a lot of rolls and skill points into his intelligence, and paid for it.
Would you mind, Dan?
oh,
Could
yes?
I like just as a quick glance at a habit, can Dalu see if he's armed in any way before he gets in the ship?
Sure. Yeah, make me a notice. Perception? Wisdom.
Wisdom? Yeah, cool.
Robert. I mean, let's say you've heard of lizard people or snake people, but you've never met one.
Okay.
They are rather unique. And Dalu, like you start looking at him, and he actually like unbuttons his jacket and just like shows you. As you like think about like, guns. He just does that and then buttons himself up. No weapons. Do not worry. I carry no
I
such
think-
barbaric implements.
I think money. And I just look at him.
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing.
In any case, he like searches for a moment, turns to the Miles. Captain, may I enter?
Chip? Of course. I'll walk you in.
Takes a couple steps forward, looking around the ship. Nice vessel.
What exactly are you inspecting, if I may ask?
I am inspecting Mr. Lance Avery and his inquiries.
Yes, what exactly would you like to know?
Perhaps it is a conversation for a more secure location.
Is it? I don't think so. I think this one is fine enough. Or where would you have me go? I can close the ship up if you want.
Judging by your opinion, away from the young man over there, he points towards Watanabe.
Hey,
I-
do,
okay.
do I not get a fucking saving throw against this shit?
No.
Oh god. Yes, you do, usually.
Not against this
anything.
shit.
I would like to lean closer to Wynell, right? And
Wendell,
ask,
just
Why
just
now?
Why now?
Wendell,
and
Whatever
It's
you
all
like.
Birch. It's all called in different
I-
ways.
I quietly ask, what's happening? Is that, should we just roll with the flow and just wait and see? Or is this where I put my hand on my gun and wait for the...
No, he
turns towards
just.
you.
I think that's really rude what you're doing right there. Like, don't you need to ask? You ask permission to come into the ship, but you don't ask permission to come into our heads. That's rude. So I'm just thinking about buddies, but you already know that. Have fun.
You are
If you want to
very
talk, then
loud.
we can talk. But excuse me.
You are very loud.
Oh,
My
sorry.
thoughts, I
Was I too loud? Was I drowning the conversation? I sincerely apologize. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was whispering.
Yes. Anyway,
How about
I would
You, me,
request you at the very least seal the hatch. So,
As
That's
to
possible.
speak.
let's go in the ship.
Did you relocate from the cargo hold at the very least?
Yeah, he just. What did he say? He doesn't want Watanabe to listen.
He
I don't
thinks
mind.
you don't want Watanabe to listen.
Me?
No, Lance.
Ah, Lance. Okay. Well, let's just go in. I'll open the hatch, and I don't think Miles was ever present, either with Lance or either with Dalu, about all the questions about
Nope.
like
Not
your
yet.
questioning stuff. So Miles doesn't know anything about this, like your stuff. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, nobody except the two of them
Okay.
knows, technically.
Mm.
Oh, yes, this is good.
He
Perfect.
kind of like walks after you wherever you lead him, kind of like with his long steps, spin around.
After Lance and what's his name? Crap. Well, wherever he goes,
Phil?
Is it-
No.
Inspector Grant.
We know.
The
Did you get
Inspector Grant.
new test subjects? There's some barking from your laboratory? No?
No, just
I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good,
There's
good.
only hold on, Flapper and
was-
Hopper in the med bay, but he
Wait,
already
these
knows
are your
that.
bunny names, are they?
Yeah,
Something and
Hopper
Hopper.
and Half year.
Halfy. Oh god.
No,
it's
no,
only
half
two
year.
and a half.
Half year is already dead.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
it was Mr. Ear.
Mr. Year, sorry.
Halfy. Christ. Well, after they leave, can Dalu's around? Do you think if something went tits up, imagine we all just started thinking like really loudly, like blah blah blah. Could we kill him? Like, what if we just like overloaded?
I think he just has good ears.
It's so
Mm.
strange the way like he opened his jacket when I was thinking about just looking at him for weapons. I don't know if you felt it was so strange.
Let's. Are we all invited to this conversation, or is that between them?
I thought it was between them. Maybe we're already unwillingly part of the conversation, even though they're in another room, still in our heads.
I mean, the door is open.
You are except Lanabe, of course.
I ask Captain Miles, are we part of this conversation, or would you like me to hang back? I honestly don't know what's happening here, and I just want to make sure that I'm not stepping on anyone's toes here. So
Neither do I. I turn to the inspector. Do you mind if the rest of the crew joins?
Only if you wish them to be involved.
I look at Lance. Do I wish the rest of the crew to be involved, Lance?
They partially are, so yes.
Sure.
Good.
You're all in.
So he waits for everybody to kind of like enter and blinks. And like see the irises go.
I mean,
So, Mr. Avery,
you already know. You don't need to ask me, right?
so, Mr. Avery, you were inquiring about the files that are in Academy database through your
Mm-hmm.
acquaintance. Okay.
Yes.
I would like to know why such information was of necessity.
Well, I wouldn't call it a necessity, to be quite frank. The way I'd put it is simply that, people know that I know a lot of people, so I was asked if I knew anything about the person I hadn't heard of before, really, or that kind of deal. And so I thought, hey, I know a friend who has access to a couple of databases, see if he knows anything about that. And to be honest, I wasn't really surprised when it came back that you had information. I was pretty surprised that it was so high up the chain.
Expensive?
I don't know if it's extensive or not. I wasn't given that much information. I was surprised that it's behind some sort of security clearance, but has me a little worried, to be frank.
And on behalf of whom have you been requesting that he looks dollar information?
Do you really need me to answer?
Yes, it
Oh, for
is
protocol,
pleasant
yes.
to hear it with your own words.
Well, as you were looking on his word,
Wait, did you direct the question? I'm typing what's going on right now.
yes, I
I'm trying-
basically said
Okay.
that I was asking around on because you asked me to.
Mhm.
Basically, passing the ball.
Right. Is the problem to do with the security clearance about this? What was asked? Is there?
Yes. Why do you require such access?
I try to clear my mind as much as possible while saying this, and I just tell him honestly, I've been just searching for a specific person for a long time. This person is related. It's as simple as that. If you need more information, I'll try to provide. Until then, I don't know if you need much more.
Please make me a mental saving throw.
Okay, sure.
He's just gonna get what he wants.
Fair
Just
enough.
not that I'm going to do it, but can you help on saving throws?
Mental save. Mental save. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10. Shit.
So
He
close.
kind of like it would have been more polite had you been forthcoming with me, Mr. Dalu, is it? It
It
would
is.
also assist this inquiry if you were to return your correct facial features. With doctor's help, perhaps?
Why would we do anything? Are you here to just ask us question, or are you actually gonna give us some information as well?
I am of
Because I think it's
the
incredibly
opinion
rude.
that we could be of benefit to each other.
You should lead with that next time instead of poking people's heads.
You have
It's
secrets, many.
not my ad.
You are intent to keep them. I would prefer some of them, he turns back towards Dalu, to be more forthcoming if we are to proceed.
I'm
Can I
gonna
can I
lean
ask?
in to Dalu. Can I quickly?
Oh,
I'm gonna lean
okay.
in. I'm gonna say. So, I think. And I turn my mouth away, and I mean, I'm still thinking about it, but there's no way around that. I think it's honestly one of the best shots you have. Because he will actually be able to tell that you are not, and that you are different, though you look the same. This is a great shot. I'd cooperate personally.
It's a little turn to the left at Lance, and a little nod. I'm thinking about it. Part of me agrees. He looks really nervous. His legs are kind of twitching as his hands are fidgeting. This is becoming more serious by the second. Can I ask, is this gonna be is there consequences for not telling you this information? Of what authority? Of what? Why do you need to know this information?
I come on behalf of the Academy. We are investigating a series of interesting events that have occurred around certain points of interest. I have reasons to believe that you are interested in those events and individuals involved, and the outcome that involves your full and forthcoming cooperation is of greater benefit than one that does not. Your cooperation is not required, but
Why don't you start? Share something, and we'll share something.
I
Why?
have been, I believe.
You said something happened.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Just drop this
Okay.
this face thing.
Thank you.
What do I see when he drops it?
It's not massive changes. It's like the body doesn't really change. The facial features just change enough, like in the jaw structure, the nose, all of that to a degree where it's just like completely different face and structure, but there's big no big changes. So it just looks like a completely different face.
Does he have a face that I would know from some like public, like a known person?
Make
Like-
me just an intelligence check.
Intelligence. How can I make just a straight intelligence check in this
You
sheet?
try to click intelligence.
You roll
Does it
something with
work?
a 0.
Yeah,
I
roll
can't
something where you
click
have a 0 or
it.
something.
Yeah, roll a 0.
Or roll
I-
a d20 plus 3. I guess
No,
2d6 plus 3,
2d6.
sorry.
2d6 plus
Or roll an intelligence skill, and the modifier is your
10.
skill level. 10. No, nothing really special about it. I mean, it definitely looks rugged. And matches what he's told you, but
Okay.
I mean, you could swear that his old face looked like similar to one of the dock workers.
sure. Sure.
But yeah, the picture that on the bottom of the screen, that's pretty much what he looks like as well. I like that picture of him.
That's his original face?
That's his original face.
Okay.
So, what is it that you want me to say or think?
Am I correct that you are in pursuit of your look alike?
Yeah.
We possess information about individual who would match your description, and is not you, Mr. Dull.
So you're willing to share?
Under conditions, yes.
A good thing, Dollar.
What Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say?
Well, to begin with, he puts the briefcase on the table. Do you mind if I open it?
And look at the others. That's just
Does it
some weapon.
explode?
Exactly, yeah.
Not
It's not a weapon.
under normal circumstances. No.
Okay, well, I can't read your mind, so unless it's as long as it's not a weapon.
He opens it. You see inside some like files and another like smaller briefcase basically, but one that looks more like almost like a portable medkit. Except it like has no of the medkit signature emblems on. He like goes through the files and takes one that is fairly thick and passes it on to you, Dalu, and goes, if you would look through it to see the extent of our will to cooperate, depths of the knowledge.
Well, Dali will start going through.
The file depicts in sufficient but not extensive detail all your dealings and contacts during your tenure in the academy and around it, including some of the less more nefarious friends you made.
Right. I don't give it back to him straight away. I like I'm presuming that I can keep it. I'm holding on to it and looking back at him. Is this recent? Is this recent?
Until your tenure with the crew of this Fable.
And are these? This isn't him saying it. Is this? These are events that Dalu can vividly remember.
Yes, it is
himself
it's like
when he.
it's the like factual part of your backstory happened on
Okay.
that island.
So I gotcha. Right. So that yeah. Okay. So basically, you know about me, and you've been spying on me. Right.
Observe, yes, you are
Let's not beat around the bush.
similar to your counterpart, but there are differences. Have piqued our curiosity, including your lack of involvement with certain places. Moving on to the point of your inquiry, we are more than willing to share information on the individual you sue, but reaching him be a problem. One that we are not yet equipped to handle. As such, it was my belief that you could undertake a commission on behalf of the Academy that would bring both of us closer to our target. Once you fulfill it, I would be glad to share the remaining information with you. And if you desire, I will accompany you on your trip.
to inquire what exactly this commission involves.
It should be important to note that whether I agree or not, would have some impact into. It would matter what the people around me say.
Of course. There will be benefits to the whole crew. I am certain. The destination in mind that we are aware of is hard to access without a proper map of the winds. By coincidence, truly, I have not been following you specifically, Mr. Dalu. The map maker is on, or rather, employed by the government to pursue their interests in the nearby system.
Done. Your mic is cutting out a lot.
You're cutting it out.
We can hear you, but it's kind of hard to.
Alright,
You get close to the mic.
yeah, okay, I'll
Yeah.
try to be a bit louder. Should I go back a little bit, or
Maybe just
Just a bit.
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
the map maker we seek is on Orella by coincidence. I have not been following you specifically, Mr. Tidal. The map maker is employed by the government of Orella to assist with their interest in the nearby system. We would wish for you to liberate that map maker, as you are in a unique position to achieve that task with less risk than if we were to undertake it.
Is he being held a prisoner?
Not yet. It is a guest stay and is treated as such. Though
We're talking about Karak.
yes, the shipyard.
Oh, fun. Fuck yes.
Though, if the mapmaker were to attempt to leave, I am certain there would be many reasons the government would come up with to delay that decision, perhaps indefinitely. The mapmakers themselves are, according to our observation, quite pliant to the idea of being extracted, even if they do not yet understand it. Now is a good opportunity for the Aurelia are not themselves aware of such a desire of theirs, and waiting much longer could bring suspicion and complicate the operation. That is why I do have to put a deadline on your extraction mission of 3 weeks, after which we will have to undertake it ourselves. Of course, if we do so, continue the process on our own.
Why are you asking us before doing it yourself?
You are perhaps not familiar, but your crew is at a good standing with local authorities, and in case of failure are at low risk, be punished severely. Furthermore, they are well known to be consistently hitting above their weight class, so to speak.
I think the other part he's maybe unintentionally leaving out is, the Academy doesn't want to get involved in Orello business unless they really feel like they have to.
Yes,
I'm sure they'd
and,
prefer.
Mr.
keeping-
Avery has some talents that would also be of benefit, I am certain.
And where would this, assuming we do this, and get this map maker, away from Avrello. You say extract. You assume to bring it to you or your
Yes.
associates.
I
Where
cannot
would that be?
share upon the details of the operation until you accept it, but the map maker is around the suburbs of Orella, and we require you to secure them, bring out of the compound, and preferably without any casualties, of course, and bring them upon your vessel to a predefined drop-off point around Sorum, in the gas cloud you have recently visited. A safe place. After the transfer, during the transfer, I will share the remaining information I have upon your acquaintance. And the future, once we obtain the key to reach that destination, I will contact you again to plan our trip to that place. As I have mentioned, the Academy is of belief that your, he points to Dalu, involvement in that meeting would bring a result more satisfactory than your absence.
Dalu kind of usually looking a bit more. I'll just say self-confident, or in posture and so on, is a bit more slouched over on maybe the chair he's sitting on or the couch, or and sort of looks around to you guys, but not making eye contact, just the head sort of pointed down a little bit, and says, "Well, I've already decided that my best course of action is to do this. Whether you join me or not,
Two birds, one stone. Easy monies, right? Definitely easy monies.
Echo
we help you along.
correction.
I'm not talking about this part for the monies, yeah?
Yes. Although there is a reward in place.
Oh, even better. 3 birds, 1 stone is what I'm hearing right now. Why that worried face, Captain?
3 birds?
Yes. Spy on
Still all
Karak.
very.
Spy on Karak for Orello. 1 bird for money. 2nd bird, get money for extracting the map maker. 3rd bird, Dalu gets, quite a bit closer to what he is looking for, and this seems to
You
be his best opportunity. Bird 3.
understand. The map maker is on Orella. We have no interest in Karak. Orella requires them for Karak.
Who's this Karak?
Is the dwarven shipyard that the shipyard they've sort of taken hostage. That
Yeah,
you
so
told-
those are
So out of
the one
character
that we
would
need to
probably be
upgrade.
wise. That is what Elijah told you about. Is what his last that was his last job offering to you.
And how is he connected to all of this?
Apparently, I misheard. I thought he was on Karak, the
I
map
think
maker.
I think that the map maker is, if I'm
Is
getting this
here.
correctly, is in Arello, but is being wanted for the crack thing in relation to the crack shipyard because the government has an interest in another system. I think, and that hasn't disclosed.
The mapmaker is employed in an undisclosed manner to assist the government of Arela with securing the shipyard.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What do map makers usually like? Is this literally making a map of, for
I'm
example, that
imagining,
isle, or is this someone who maps the
Somebody
winds?
who maps the winds.
Yeah,
Okay,
I thought so.
So, extremely
genius.
valued profession.
It's a bit of a rabbit hole with the uses of this guy.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too.
Not. Then
Well,
it's
that-
not
The
my
word
first-
choice is out of character. It's not in character.
but then
Dalu's
it's
waiting.
two
for it.
bird singers. Fuck. Unfortunately.
No, it seems like it goes counterintuitive. If we extract him, then he's not helping us in Thorm, whatever.
He's not helping
Right?
his government with that, yes. Whatever he is doing
And
exactly.
Yeah.
And we somewhat have worked with or for the government. And this one would be somewhat against the government.
Against the
At
government.
least partially until he is returned.
If you have any doubts about your relationship with the locals, I assure you that you should not plan for that relationship to be long term. I cannot promise which party will prevail, but I am certain of one thing. Your friend in the High Tower will not remain in power for long. There are no
You seem
bridges
awfully
to be
certain.
burned. They will blow on their own.
I see.
Though I truly applaud your loyalty, misplaced as it is.
My loyalty lies where I think it's in my and my crew's best interest. Currently, I think that's with you, since you're helping Dalu.
Dalu's just kind of waiting because he sort of already agreed to it, but he's just sitting there.
I'm fine with whatever brings us closer to shooting an explosion, so I'm fine with whatever.
If we were to take on your mission, and there were obstacles in our way, which faction do those obstacles belong to? Is it the local government?
Yes, the map maker is well protected by a security detail. Though they will not be expecting you, of course. Though I am certain you are more than capable to resolve this problem in a violent manner, I believe you would have more time if you would not pursue such a manner.
And just to clarify, this individual map maker is helping the government in capturing or in retrieving the shipyard, correct?
Yes.
So, if we would go first and help liberate that shipyard, wouldn't the map maker be free to go?
I believe you underestimate the value of their services. Mr. Avery, perhaps you could impart upon your captain the importance of accurate navigation to locations that do not have known radars.
How you don't die. Every pilot lives by it. If you want to go anywhere, you need it, or you are flying blind. And if you're flying blind, it's not like, oh yeah, maybe I'll keep it steady long enough and we'll get through this. It just means you're heading directly into the next wind wall. There's no way around it if you don't know exactly what's going on. And wind charts are the most important part of that.
Do they
Apart
get
from a pilot's skill, maybe.
updated every now and then, or is it something
They change all of the time. That's why you need map makers, because they're not set in stone. If
And
you
where do you
heard
get yours?
the wind on the news, the storm coming, if they're unlucky, it fucks with the labyrinth winds, and it'll be way more difficult to chart to Aqua, for example.
Hmm.
It's ship travel relies on people like him. Without it, it doesn't even work in the slightest. Yes, you need a pilot, but before that, you need someone who understands the winds, or you're not going anywhere.
Where do these individuals study their crafts?
I do think the academy also offers courses, right?
Of course,
Yeah,
we
yes, I
have
thought
some
so.
of the best map makers and meteorologists.
I mean,
So,
I had a couple of basic courses, go along with piloting, but nothing more than that.
then why the interest in this individual if you have so many talented map makers yourselves?
It takes a significant time and effort to chart a location. This individual has been to a location we are interested.
And is connected to Dalu or is not connected?
Not directly.
So, out of character, the guy doesn't yet know that he wants to be rescued, or what? What did
You
what
know,
did he say?
He's not yet held being prisoner. He doesn't know that that is the fate that is in it for him.
And I think out of character, the way I got it too was that he sort of wants out of this, but they don't know yet that he wants out of it. And as soon as they know, they will just, basically lock him down until he gets
Yeah,
this
you
done.
basically get that the map maker is going like, this is strange. This is strange. And that's all they are right now, because the moment they go like, oh crap, I need to get out, it's gonna get noticed and the security is gonna get doubled. Or something.
Okay, and he wants out.
Sounds like a perfect job for us.
So this shipyard that is currently held hostage by.
No, this shipyard is in a different system. The Thorun system. It's right next to Shita Relin, where we are currently. It's 1 hex away.
And
And
basically,
there,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, and there, for my best understanding, there's a terrorist dwarven group, or at least that's how the Orwello government is saying, that they took control of that shipyard, and that shipyard has a lot of very valuable tidbits.
It's a TL5 shipyard.
TL5, yeah. Where all of the cool shit is, basically.
Well, I see.
So the map maker is helping Orello's government to recapture that. That's also one of our missions to do.
Why is that our mission?
We have a mission to liberate said.
No.
Not liberate.
They just wanted information.
Information.
That would be valuable.
Information from the shipyard.
That was a contact of a contact that Miles picked it up.
But that's not like an official job. It's more like, hey, you
If
seem
you-
to be
yeah.
in the habit of taking care of our problems. Hey, this is a problem we have. Do you want to get us some
Okay.
info?
So it's a side quest we accepted without any obligation to fulfill.
Exactly. Basically, like
Yeah.
that. So if you feel like it, you can go there and do
It's like,
that.
if you ever want a lot of money for a lot of risk, go for it.
Yep.
Do you want to fight a bunch of angry dwarves in power armors?
Sure.
Power armors? Yes.
I knew it. Like that word.
Seems like we'll be dancing on 2 weddings, or eating the cake and leaving it full if we do both of them.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
Cake is
Uh,
nice. add a cherry on top, while my assistance in your current extraction is limited, as my resources are off island, and a credit I could offer you would be tracked. Found suspicious with the purchases you might make. Nevertheless, if you were to succeed and cooperate with the Academy, I am certain we could provide you certain improvements that you could not get. We have, after all, facilities, both medical and technological, that quite advanced.
They seem like very resourceful people and very generous, Lance. Why do you hate them so much?
Let's not get into it.
We tend to put limitations of the use of one's gifts.
Hmm.
Order, freedom.
I see. Well then, it seems like
Oof.
most of us here have voiced their opinion, except you, Doc, and Watanabe, but
But
come on, who cares?
Not into it.
But then Abby is
Not
currently like
eager.
sitting in another room like, no, I bet that guy's like acing the communications exam right now.
I'm not gonna get
I
fired.
better start packing.
I'm fine with the mission. I'm just still appalled by your rudeness.
It
You
seems
already
like that's
knew
that.
that.
How about then you deliver the details for the mission so we know what we need to do?
So you accept? Yes?
But wait, before we accept, can I maybe, if I may be so rude to ask at least, extend our price maybe just a bit?
I like you. I like you already.
Yes, but perhaps after a future cooperation. Successful, of course. Yes, we could do that.
Maybe as a sign of a good start of a fruitful relationship.
As
You would-
I have mentioned previously, my resources are off island, and truly I do not travel in the company of individuals who use the equipment you seek.
Oh, it's not anything physical. It's more about the information kind.
Yes?
Have you heard about the mermaid?
I believe they are natives of the plane of water, well as the prime material.
No, I mean the mermaid, the serial killer.
interesting.
Not of my own memory. No.
Well, how about while we do your job, you also listen through the channels of your company for the identity of the mermaid. And I mean the real one.
Make me a mental saving throw.
Mental saving throw. I just click on mental.
Oh, you should be fine with that.
And I hate all your NPCs.
Is
Oh,
it intelligence? Wait, what? Why is it 12? That doesn't seem right.
No. Intelligence
I-
is for evasion.
We'll see what can be done. Yes.
Thank you. I highly appreciate that.
You just downloaded your brain.
That's fine. There's a lot of
Shit.
unnecessary, irrelevant things in there. A lot of food, wrenches, titties. Nothing bad. Well, except the story about the mermaid, but I'll tell you later.
So, can I presume that with this our agreement is complete?
Indeed.
Very well. I would prefer to, as I say, shake on it.
Oh, you just do that with a captain, right? Not everyone.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Gordon does the shake with the captain. Walks over to you.
Firmly shake his hand. Yeah.
I'll shake his hand too, but no eye contact.
Can I ask, is it Gordon or Gorun or
Gordon,
Gordon? Okay.
Gordon.
make me a notice wisdom check.
Who?
I don't want to miss any of this, but I
But I
really have to
do.
piss.
Is this based on sight?
This is insight.
Ah, then not. Okay. Then notice wisdom. Then my.
I think we're almost done
Um,
with this.
fine. I would get a +2 from like the owl's vision, but I don't
No,
think
not
it
for
applies
insight.
here.
You learn nothing aside from what you've already assumed.
Mhm.
So yeah, he shakes with everybody. Unless somebody makes a show of not willing to shake.
I smile at him as we do.
Like, there's like a short creep out between Gordon and the doc, I guess.
No, I'm just shaking his hand and
Okay.
just thinking about Lance's operation.
Yeah, the hand is pleasantly dry, but like rather cold.
Try. Okay.
Um,
Slimy yet satisfying.
Wonderful. Um, perhaps after you refresh yourselves, we could move on to the details of this operation as we take a break.
Perfect. You
I
know,
need some
And we're back. Alright, so you've taken hands with the weird snake academy inspector. Kinda accepted the mission. Now, turn my lights on. It's time to talk business. Alright, so he ruffles Maul through his briefcase and gets out another bundle of papers that he spreads around the table and starts explaining to you. The map maker is known as Gordris Brown Anvil. It's a she and a dwarf. So, in case you require to physically move her, I advise you employ the stronger of you. She is rather not physical person. She is also not a runner, but rather a sprinter, as most dwarves are. The location of the compound is yes, where it was when the location of the compound is, let's say he shows you on the map of Arello where it is. It's about a dozen kilometers away from the city, so like deep in the suburbs. And according to like the big map, it's a fairly solitary structure amongst like fields next to a forest. There's like the compound, the building itself, about 100 meters of garden all around it, and then another 200 meters to any cover. So after 100 meters of gardens, it's basically like plain space. So while it is most definitely within shot or eyesight or let's say teleportation abilities of plants, it is pretty hard to see into the garden or into the building and find cover at the same time. So that's the point. Like anybody who tries to attack this place will have to show themselves. At least that's the plan. Who knows what you guys can do. Moving on, he actually like shows you the floor plans of the building as he starts explaining. The building is of 2 stories with
Is your roll 20 flickering too? Is a reload.
this. I need information I should hide from you in a rather efficient way. Oh, yeah, there's no. this. Well. Sorry, haven't done this in a while. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So he goes. The compound is generally being guarded by 5 individuals at a time. They are equipped with both close and long-ranged weaponry, and are rather deadly. They will most certainly shoot to kill if you give them a reason to. There are also 2 drones assisting them in the observation, serving in 12-hour shifts above the compound. There are 2 getaway ground cars on the premises that can be used to escape the guest if the situation so requires. According to our observation, the guest rarely leaves the ground floor or the compound grounds. All the recreational walks are constricted. The garden, usually a short walk before breakfast, happens in the morning, and a second walk around 6 p.m. Aside from that, they are occupied in their study or in the dining, with occasional excursions to the pool. You have time to plan your mission and prepare for any needs you may require. They'll ask you purchase them with your own funds, for that should call less attention to activities. I will do my best to reimburse your expenses after you complete the extraction and meet up with me. If required, I can remain in contact with you throughout the mission, though I will be physically not present.
Can I ask a couple of questions?
I believe you are quite capable of your feats, yes.
May I ask a couple of questions?
Yes.
First of all, when the shifts change, do they change all at the same time? Are the people always guarding the same location, or do they change during the day?
Guards usually stay within cover and guard any ingress or egress points from the compound. At least one of them always making certain to have the map maker in sight. The changes are weekly. Teams are
So they change on a weekly basis.
yes.
Um, the So the 5 people are the entire amount of guards, and they switch out in these 12-hour shifts? Or is there actually 10 in total?
The guards change in weekly interval. 5 guards remain on the territory for a week. It is the drones that change after 12 hours as they require.
All the drones
Recharging.
check.
We are unaware of the sleeping pattern of the guards, as we have not taken the risk to approach the compound. It's enough.
So you also don't know if they switch positions within that day. They're not. Everyone's not staying in the exact same corner that they're.
They do not. Their movements is tied to the movements of their protege. If she were to enjoy the pool, then, well, we've observed up to 3 guards guarding the outside area, with, I assume, the rest guarding the escape routes.
So 3 guards are outside. And how many are what was the amount in total?
5
Five.
plus 2 drones.
Yeah.
Do they have any surveillance for the airspace? Would they become aware of us approaching in a ship by night, for example?
Kind of looks towards Lance for a moment and next to you. I am afraid it would be highly unrecommended for you to bring your ship within our airspace, especially considering the equipment carry. Your keep kind of like motions back down the hallway into the cargo hall, which is currently mostly occupied by the Grave Flyer. Your purchase, good taste, by the way, Mr. Avery, could be used, yes. Though I am certain that without any advanced cloaking technologies, its approach would be noticed at quite.
I see.
If we were to get equipment for this, I know already, as you said, we'd be using our own funds for. Yeah, I get that. What about equipment that we can't get our hands on?
I am afraid you will have to find the walk around. My
Right.
resources are of oral time. Would be of little benefit to the operation if I were to attempt and pull any strings. Though your personal connections are a different matter.
Okay.
What do these stairs lead to?
The
Roof?
second floor. Here are the plans. It is a much smaller one and with only the stairway access. Though according to our surveillance, the second floor is not currently in use, aside from occasional patrols.
Are you showing the second floor now?
Yes. Let me make it
I
semi-transparent so you can kind of like see where it. I am the correct man.
I think I'm still looking at the bottom floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. There you go. This should make things
Okay, so it's just overlapping in certain spots.
Yes.
Okay, right.
And
okay.
as you can see, the foyer is basically no.
So 3 bedrooms, 1 foyer, and 2.
So
Bedrooms.
like this. So like this space is like second floor, but like you already use the foyer, and the foyer is 2-story tall, for example. But these stairs are the only access. Well, aside from the levitator, it's more disabled people. Is only direct access.
And the second floor is completely more or less unused, or would we find the target sleeping there at night?
Not according to our observation.
Okay.
And-
Is there any sort of plumbing going towards that compound?
Extensive, I presume, based on the presence of, well, yes.
Well, you mentioned on extraction or getaway. Could you just say again for me, in the event that we are getting out, we're to meet you? Did you say something about extraction with us? With aid from you, I mean. Or is it just all in our care until we get in contact with you after the mission? Like, are you going to be picking us up or something?
No, you must arrive to a predetermined location around, well, Torgun, the gas cloud you so recently liberated.
All right.
Before I forget, I have come bearing gifts that might be of use on the mission. Yeah, creatures has a briefcase and takes out like the small medkit case, puts it on the tables, like opens it. Here are the produce of our pharmaceutical departments. These three are basically Protect Cosmetics and should assist you in securing the well-being of your extraction target, as well as yourselves.
Could you say that one more time? What?
3 vials of Protect Cosmetic, so basically healing potions.
Protect, because
Pre-tech
Cosmetic.
cosmetic. Pharmaceuticals.
Ah,
Tier 5.
pre-tech.
Yes. Healing potions.
Um,
And
should we spread
this
them out?
one, yeah, kind of carefully reaches into the side compartment, a vial of blue liquid. Mr. Avery, I believe, is quite acquainted. This is a vial of brainwave.
Of what?
Of what? You cut out for a second.
Brainwave.
Brainwave. Okay.
Mr. Avery here's a brainiac.
Course. Why do you say it like that isn't the truth?
Seems he's some kind of hotshot. Now, is it
Yeah.
not? I have no
Puts it
idea what a
back,
brainwave is.
closes up and kind of like removes the little pouch from his briefcase, puts it on the table, locks the briefcase. You may peruse the plans at your leisure. Would you prefer for me to remain in permanent contact? One of you, perhaps,
Not me.
to exchange information in case you succeed or fail at your extraction.
Is this going to be some kind of mental connection, or that I don't understand?
Yes.
Or is it going to be... Okay, well, I'm out.
I could do it.
I was about to offer someone else, actually.
Do you want to do it?
No, I was thinking about someone who's actually not sitting here right now. He's sitting right in the next room.
Unless you intend to bring that individual with you, I'm uncertain how useful
true.
such a connection would be. I assure you that such connection is merely for exchange of information. I am unable to intrude upon your privacy over large distances.
I can do it. I don't mind.
Well, that's your prerogative.
But before we get to that, I still have a couple of questions. Do you know where the plumbing lines go towards the compound?
Sure. Let's say he gets you the approximate map plumbing in this area, and he noticed very quickly that because the compound is isolated, it's actually not a long dive, but more like the compound itself has an internal water processing plant. So you can get from the like processing shed into the building, but the shed itself is within the garden.
Yeah.
So
So
it is not
what-
connected to public plumbing.
Okay, here's my idea out of character. Then you let me know if I'm thinking in the right way. I was wondering if they had some sort of plumbing accident, like the water is not flowing anymore. Would they call an external company to fix the plumbing? Would they call some sort of government agency?
You're pretty sure that the companies they would call would most likely be a checked, certified company. Doesn't mean you couldn't try and replace their employees in transit. Just that, well, you'll need to make sure that you have documents and a story that will pass the arts check. Also, this is a good point to remind you all. Good a point to rely to a point on the flashback system.
Yes.
So obviously, some planning preemptively, very nice.
We can plan a little bit, but I feel like after
Yes.
that we just fuck it, say go, and if we encounter anything, we're like, yes, of course.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
prepared for this.
I'm just thinking how
You're
we
all
can
very
get.
well rested, and aside from Robert, most of you have a system strength to burn.
Yeah, I'm more wondering how we can get close without them opening up on us immediately. So we have
Animal
cover.
forms. Animal forms. We can be snakes in the grass. Not small
You could
snakes,
not
but
well.
You said you
very
could
big
teleport
snake.
also, but
Yeah.
they will see you.
Yeah, it's too small.
I can also teleport us immediately next to the house. Doesn't make a
You can
sound.
teleport. You need to see the place, right?
Yeah, I can probably see.
the point is
I can't
basically-
teleport inside. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but the point is basically like if you see the house to teleport, then somebody looking from the house will most likely see you.
Mhm.
Because like
Or have
the
a
forest
shot
is
at
too
it.
far away for you to see the building itself. And if you walk,
200 meters. That's seems a little off.
let's
to
put it
me.
that way, you would see the building, but you do require slightly more accurate positioning to teleport. Considering that the garden has multiple trees and bushes and so on,
And a permanent fog around it.
well, no permanent fog. But, sure, there are 500 meters behind the building in the forest. Are you happy now?
I'm gonna read my planners for a second again.
Do they rely on any sort of I don't know, movement detectors to notice anything that is moving towards the compound during the night, especially?
The drones that they utilize have advanced search systems,
Okay.
though I
So-
believe it is more arcane imprint based rather than otherwise.
Just to clarify, when you say 12-hour shifts, I assume it's 12 hours that these drones are working and
Yes.
trolling, and 12 hours that they're recharging.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the moment one drone starts going down, the other one is going up.
Right.
Those leisure walks you mentioned
And of
before.
course,
how
there
far
is no
away?
need to mention that the building itself has ample observation devices installed both on the inside and outside of the structure.
Mm.
You were saying?
Yes, those leisure walks you mentioned before.
Yes.
Please refresh in my mind about them. How far away from the house? Which
They
hours
all
do they occur?
occur within the garden.
So
Within
at
the
most they're
100
within
meters?
100
No.
meters.
Yes, they're within 100
Or
meters
that
of the
garden,
building.
yeah.
Hmm. And they happen once before breakfast and once at 6 o'clock. When do the drones start recharging?
It is the exchanges generally around midday.
They start recharging at 12.
Yes, one of them.
There's always one up. There's
There's
not both
always one
active
out,
at
okay.
yeah.
No, they use two, and then for half a day, no observation.
Yeah. Oh man, so easy.
And the guards sleep throughout the night on the second floor in the guest bedroom.
Yes, just how we like it.
When you're on cat form, you can't talk, right? You can't communicate.
Let's just say no,
Actually
because it
might.
would be OP. I don't. What did you say?
You actually might.
Yeah, it doesn't say, so it's
I think
Your decision,
can
I guess.
you copy the thing?
yeah.
Because I think there was a part that I'm referring to.
You like
I'll paste the.
play as a very cute cat, and they come and pet you, and then follow me.
Follow me if you want to leave. You doing something?
I posted in the Tales of Aether, or should I spam speak
roll
as
And
And the
Sorry,
Discord,
please.
no, put it in the
or roll 20? Okay, okay.
Yes. Always in roll 20.
All right.
Uh,
Whoa.
Whatever.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
wonderful.
This way.
You really need to fix up the formatting of the map.
No.
Like things like this in numeric shapes against. I think it's more about if it's got to be. So this is only the pure extreme. Oh yeah, sure. Let's say you can't speak, or just to go by analogy with comparable media.
No wonder.
It's the right picture. I mean,
Okay.
Oh,
we're not.
God.
Oh, or sorry, poor wine ale.
Wineal.
why an
I
ale?
know.
Why
Yeah.
not ale?
Every time I say wine ale, I'll
Wine
try and
ale?
say it in a different way.
Nice, that sounds good.
Do you know the name?
You know
Actually,
me,
it's
you
win all because I'm so awesome.
That's all.
Okay,
I was
so
just seeing if you all just follow orders, you sheeple.
so our plan is to transform into some sort of animal, and then get.
Oh, we're spitballing currently.
Yeah.
Would it
you
make
have-
more sense to use birds because 5 cats seems a bit
He can't.
obvious?
We can't fly.
Oh,
We are
5
still-
birds that are walking?
What's
Chicken.
No, what's
Chicken.
the No, not chickens, but there's the other bird that walks.
4 chicken
Oh,
and
fuck.
one guy who's like, "Hello, this is KFC. I'm here with chicken, super fresh.
And
I will
Colonel-
cook it in
and
your
Colonel-
garden." Yes.
You mean an ostrich? Just 5 ostriches charging into the
Charge at the
compound?
fucking
I mean,
We're
it
gonna get
worked
shot
against
so quick.
Australia.
We're gonna get shot so quickly.
Look, Australia had machine guns. They still lost.
Oh my god! If you think about it, ostriches always Naruto run.
Yes.
That's gonna be us as ostriches, just
Okay.
confused.
Okay, we have a lot of time to consider whether we Naruto run or not.
Yes.
Any other means of the first part of the mission is actually contacting or getting into the facility, or contacting the individual while in her walks.
How high does the atmosphere go down?
Let's say 10 kilometers.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Jesus.
10 kilometers?
Are you planning an
isn't,
airdrop?
We can airdrop. We can teleportation airdrop too.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
You can try. I mean, drone would definitely have a much harder noticing you guys free falling.
I think if we, how long can we be animals?
So the question is, like,
Long. As long
are you
as
gonna
we
be
want.
free falling from a graph flyer?
Yes.
So who flies a graph flyer?
I think it'll just, it'll be an autopilot. It stays up there.
No,
it can
Watanabe.
hover.
No.
No, Watanabe isn't flying. It can hover. It says so. It says in the description that it can hover, so.
Well, I'm gonna say the autopilot is gonna keep it afloat for a while.
Here's my question. If we turn into animals, we go into the compound, can we turn our target into an animal too?
That's the
They're
big
willing.
target.
That's the other part that
If
that
we're
needs to be
inside
discussed.
and they are willing, then we're already out.
Okay.
Because then
Yeah,
I
just
just get
teleports
us.
us out.
Then I
Yeah.
just get everyone out.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's actually the creepy reptile guy still here?
I mean, you
Yeah.
haven't set him to leave. You have allowed him to leave. Yes. So.
Because I would like to know, like, is there any more information on the target? Like, where is she from? Why? Is there anything that could help us convince her to leave? Like, if she doesn't realize she's being held captive, or she likes to pay, or she doesn't want to come
Yeah.
with us willingly.
Personal information would be good.
Yeah.
Good to show that we know her somewhere.
Like anything, like,
Mhm.
I mean, we might have to lie. I don't know if that's okay with you, but we don't have time to. Oh, we can't lie. Fuck.
Well, according to my understanding, she has had quite high aspirations about becoming a famous explorer of unknown islands. I'm afraid her expectation has been rather curbed by the lack of support from her family members, who have suggested her to undertake a more stable patient of a mapmaker, meteorologist.
All right. How about we ask her to join our crew?
Splitting it 6 ways seems fine. 7 ways, though, that's not a living wage.
The ship doesn't support 7 people, so we need
According
to get rid
to
of someone. I
my
wonder who.
observations, she might be going through the midlife crisis right about this a moment, so your success is not out of imagination.
Is she eager to leave that place?
I am certain she will be as soon as she sees the opportunity to do so safely.
Okay. Question. When we bring her to you, you are going to essentially do exactly the same thing as the Aurello government, no? Using her, placing her into some lock and key.
You should know you can't lie to him. It's important.
But of course,
I do believe I am quite capable of telling a lie, though I doubt how successful I could be. Any case, yes, we would best perform the map making that we need in order to pursue our further business with your group, after which she would be offered employment and protection at the academy. If
But
she were
she's
choose to reject our contract, she would be transported to a system of her choosing, and, well, left there with a respectable remuneration for her work completed.
out of
And
character
a new
question.
personality.
An out of character question. Is it the what's that faction called he is from again? I'm spaced.
Academy?
The academy.
The academy. The academy.
Your fault faction?
Yes.
Yeah.
The my fault faction. They remind me. Do they have this similar renown as other factions, that from their perspective they're doing the right and cool thing, and everyone else thinks that they're evil and nasty? Or what kind of name do they have attached to it?
The academy is basically speaking in tropes, is an adventurers guild that has grown to the size of a mini country, and it employs a small, well, relatively small, number of individuals so skilled that their skills are sought by governments everywhere, and threat of such skills being used against them, or the mere threat of withdrawal of access to such skills is sufficient to navigate politics. Whether they do the good or bad, officially the academy is there to prevent things like the Dragonfall and Satan Nevek from happening.
Okay.
But them having their fingers everywhere like they are doing right now should tell you all you need to know.
They do tend to ensure that dangerous things are not in the hands of warlords. But as I say, who guards the guards?
Yeah. I was more thinking if this would actually be, a way in with us, if we say, hey, we're from that we're representing that organization, we're offering you here a chance to join them. You want to be adventurous. They are literally adventurers. We know that the government will keep you here no matter what. You think you're free at the moment, but you're not. The academy is actually offering you an honest job. If you want it, they need your help for now, but afterwards you can fuck off. What do you
that
want?
could work. Sure, that could work if
Question.
she believes you. I mean, worst case scenario is the
Um,
job academy is gonna give her is gonna be a lot more fun than the one Aurelia gives her.
Question: does she have any family or relatives or friends that are allowed to come and visit her? Or is she allowed to go and visit?
No visits, I am afraid. Her family is not from Orella or on Orella.
So, what is her day-to-day human interaction?
Rather minimal, I am afraid, aside from the guards and minimal visiting staff that brings along food and catering and cleaning. Part of the reason why we're certain she would be more than happy to abscond from her guest stay has not been prolonged, but of only 3 months. So
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think he could have. Oh, he's back.
No, there, no.
Like 12 hours later, or whatever the shift is, as the 5 guards.
The shift is a week for guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we have a week to ourselves in the house. That's cool.
Good
No,
idea.
no.
I mean, we come back a week later, then.
Are you basically saying that we pretty much
We replace the guards.
ambush like the 5 that are coming? Is that kind of it? And then
Yeah,
take
coming or
their
going.
spot?
Going is probably easier.
Yeah,
Well,
but
if it's
going doesn't do
going-
anything for us. Then we're just
Yeah, okay,
outside.
we have to wait, or then yeah, okay, the ones.
I think we're
coming
kind
in.
of assuming that we're assuming that the 5 that arrive, the swap place. We're assuming where they meet up. If the 5 are coming, and they don't we take them out before they reach the house, and then we arrive and go, okay, fine, we swap. That's fine. If they call each other or meet halfway or some, I don't know. It could be kind of weird. We'd probably have to
no, the new
look at
guards,
it.
they
for a
come
week.
to the house, they do a short check together, passage of the guards, so to speak, then the old crew leaves.
Okay, so they swap in the house.
Yeah, your plan kind of works, though of course you will need to again secure your equipment, your uniform, your IDs, and either pray that nobody gets suspicious why suddenly you, I don't know, sound different, hope that they aren't gonna ask you to take off your helmets, or well,
I mean, or we
or
just
kill them very quick.
why not
Yeah.
transformation it up into all of the original ones? We look like the ones who were supposed to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Vinyl succeeds, you do have what? You do have 5 change at least, right? To do that.
The
Yeah.
element of
It's
surprise.
level plus cast magic.
I think the
Yeah, so
element of surprise that
You have,
comes with that
you
could
have
be
5
annoying.
change right now, yes, or 6?
6 actually.
6. So yeah, you can do that.
Oh, I like it. Even if we just get into the house, I mean, I think it already makes it a good plan. But that's if we want to go guns blazing.
I mean, you will have to do a pretty good job of impersonating his guards, because there's gonna be the period when you're going through the motions, and well, I mean, they're not on high alert, but they are professionals.
It's just an idea.
It's a pretty good idea.
Do we know where the controls for the cameras are?
We need to be up close to hack into that.
I know.
We need to cut off the satellite dish, and then come in as Luke suggested as the repair guy.
How do we cut off the satellite dish first? So then we're already at the place.
No problem. Seen that in a movie.
Snipe it
I
from a
honestly
couple
think
of...
the easiest plan is actually the animal transformation, getting onto the compound and then knocking out everyone.
Or
we could
just...
buy non-lethal ammunition, maybe.
Also,
Be aware that if you discover yourselves and leave the guards alive. They will most certainly inform their superiors of this after they return to court. After which you will be, well, sought.
Also, the cameras. If those aren't turned off and erased, they will have everyone in a pretty picture. And, yeah.
Yeah, no alarm, no casualties would be good for the rating.
I'm gonna say like the cameras and everything else is gonna be set up in the great room.
I honestly think. You know, the thing is, if I get in there once, just the once, just as a cat, I woke up, I teleport inside, and immediately teleport out, hopefully somewhere where they have not seen me. The plan's gonna be pretty scuffed anyway. Everyone else can have a disguise. Sorry, I'm trying to be out of character actually, because for reasons with our friends here who I do not consider a friend. I do not want to share, basically.
I mean,
This
if
would be
you
for
wanna
after.
discuss your plans in secret, you could ask him to leave and discuss it at a later point alone.
Do we have any more information we
Because
need?
like really talking out of character right now kind of like doesn't work because he's there. So either you're not discussing plans, or you know you can't just like say, okay, time out. We're in front of enemies. We're discussing plans out of character.
I mean, we can easily just send him away. I don't think that,
You know,
that he has
this
any
could
more
also be the
information that
part
we
of the conversation that happens over the next couple of days too, where it's like we need
That's what I'm talking
information.
about.
Yeah, I disagree, but it's your game, so the usual. Okay, then let's ask him to leave if we don't need any more information.
In that case, he kind
No,
of like
first, do we need any more information? Does anyone still have anything they want to know?
Nothing I can think about.
well, since
Dali wouldn't
you
say
have
anything.
agreed to remain in permanent contact till the end of the
I
mission.
changed my mind. Or has he already done it?
Not yet.
My cat wants to participate, sorry. Do we need that permanent contact?
It'd
Yeah,
be
believe
handy.
so.
We have all
Because-
the location and info, but I guess it's important.
Actually, he could just contact Watanabe, as long as we stay here and plan. On the mission itself, we won't have any contact, but up till the mission, we'll have Watanabe task for every information we need.
Sure.
Do we
it's,
have
I guess-
Watanabe's consent to this psychic
I'd
link?
rather not have him
What, on the mission?
linked.
Linked. Alright.
So you're pushing this on Watanabe?
No.
No, in that case,
Do we
No,
have
only-
any like non-magical, like non-psychic
Yes,
way
you have
to
phones.
contact?
Yeah, I prefer that one.
Okay, then actually, I think it's fine if we can just stay in contact via phone if we have urgent questions. Then we can phone, and if not, then we just have to improvise and probably shoot our way through it.
I thought the point was that he'd be out of range, or was I wrong?
No, but we're not immediately going to the compound, so we have a bit of time to ask questions via
okay.
phone.
Okay, sure. Yeah. All right. Well, since tell us to go soon, I think we know what we are.
I mean, we never intended to have Tal today around anyway, so I say we plan until the scheduled time and go into it hard next week.
The only toolkit I can provide is actually talking to her and convincing her. But it doesn't sound like a very hard work to do.
I still think is going to be the most important part of actually, because without there are many different plans to approach. But if she doesn't comply, then that changes the most for our parameters, because then we will actually need to fly on out with someone the government wants, and that's gonna be a hassle for sure.
Perhaps. But what I was trying to convey is that I don't
Has he
believe.
left yet?
Yes.
With
Yes,
Sure.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not really. I have nothing in my toolkit to provide any entrance
Yeah, that's
or
fine.
escape, or maybe a distraction of some sort.
Well, you can write the speech for Lance.
No. I am not
And then you just
doing
read
the
from.
talking.
I always do that. I write it down and then I read it out loud. Like we can give you a sheet of piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've had a lot of success with that strategy. Yeah.
Not,
Dear
it's-
Mrs. Gurdis, I want to say, please, that. What did he write here? You are a prisoner.
Anyway, talk to the hand.
you
I
could just-
think that might not work.
yeah.
If you hold up a piece of paper and read out a speech like your best man at a wedding, they might think there's something fishy here.
I
I
am
mean-
not doing that.
I just want his speech in there. So like, his speeches are really good. You know,
All right,
they
how
help
about
a lot. Like +1, they help you.
how about we
Oh.
figure out problems one step at a time?
I think my personal opinion would be my personal role is a teleporting cat. Everyone else has a face change. I walk on in through the fields. Hopefully I don't get shot while that happens. Very much praying for it. As soon as I can see inside into the building where I don't think anyone is, I teleport inside. I teleport out towards where you are. I teleport all of us in there to the spot I was in last. You are all facially changed, so the cameras we don't give a shit about apart from the alarms they might raise.
You know what would be really fun? If we take up the faces of the guards that are supposed to come in next. Because then it's their problem.
But then you have the problem of convincing her that we're not gods.
Yeah, but we're not there yet. We're still deciding how we get in. Because if we get in, we either have to deal with the cameras or we do the face thing. I like the plan. I think I've never teleported anywhere, but if it works as you describe it, that sounds
Oh, it
good.
feels horrible.
It's a pretty unpleasant experience for
Punch in my gut,
Probably.
got a punch.
All right, so we do have a way in, and about the cameras, we just don't give a shit. We just need to take out the guards as quickly as possible before they kill us, right?
Preferably no.
Yeah,
No violence.
best possible case, I find an entry into her study or her bedroom or something, and we act on it when she is in one of those. I'm not sure if there's going to be a camera inside there too, maybe, but giving us a direct chance to talk to her quickly, maybe, block a door or two, convince her, and leave if she's willing. Also, I need to do a bit of math for something.
I'm gonna leave now.
Yes. Sure.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. See you later. See you next week.
I do some math with my 5.
In game, after like a little bit of strategy after the guy's gone, it's important that Dalu, who has been quite quiet, excuses himself, and leaves quite briskly to his room after the inspector is gone. So he has left.
He's gonna puke.
That seems to be quite a topic for him.
Any more people have any questions on why I fucking hate the Academy? No? Everyone knows now? Perfect.
I mean, that mine thing is definitely creepy. Yeah.
I think
Rude
it
as
fits
fuck.
it fits the theme, you know?
Winnow, make me
Just like-
an insight check. So,
Who?
not just wisdom.
Winnow.
Winnow.
You're not visual, right?
No, not Winnow.
Notice and a wisdom.
You actually get like a feeling that this individual is anatomically not used to normal speech.
He was talking really funny. Did you notice that?
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of that, how do we know that fella is for real from the academy?
Oh, we didn't ask for like credentials or like his.
It
What's
is, let me tell you, I've dealt with plenty of Academy. If this one isn't, then I don't know who is. It fits the theme perfectly. The way he, is very cordial and pleasant about how he's just reading you thoughts at the very moment.
Yeah,
And
I
it
told him
isn't
like
much.
3 times to stop, and he didn't give it. No,
Yeah,
I'm starting
and
first as
that's
well.
basically what the Academy is like on a grander scale. They will put their fingers wherever they like, and they will be very friendly about getting what they are going for. All, of course, in their belief that they are only acting in everyone's best interest.
It sounds to me like you already had a fair deal of encounters with them.
I was trained there, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Can't you
I
tell?
I fucking hate the place.
oh, you were trained to be a pilot by them?
No, the teleportation stuff.
Oh,
Prefer if you
Well-
don't talk about that, yeah?
I have to contemplate about what you just said for a moment while I empty my bladder.
Oh,
Old people in their bladders.
what do you think? What's the Wynel? What's the most likely
It's winner now.
Wynel? What's the most likely animal that you can reproduce that isn't suspicious in an open field like that? What's the most? What fits the best?
You should fly. You should fly. One bird.
I can't fly.
You will be. I shall make it so.
Did you take the enhanced version?
No, but I could rewrite it. It would take 2 weeks. Getting it close.
Yeah, we have 3 weeks time, right? That's what
Yeah.
he said. Honestly, that might be best in slot. No, if just a bird flies by, and suddenly the bird is inside your house.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
I mean,
It's a thrall, guys. Teleporter.
I mean, that
I mean-
does happen, doesn't it?
yeah.
That a bird flies in.
I hope they don't shoot
No,
down fucking
never.
birds.
Yes, on this planet, yes.
I mean,
Actually,
they have to see the bird. Like, I mean, they can see the bird, and then the bird goes like in front of a window. And at that point, I think only the persons inside the room can see. I mean, and we can do some scouting before to see where the cameras are. Maybe, but
How are we gonna do that scouting?
some things like as a bird as well. Maybe day before. But some things could still go wrong. Like even if you find the room, there might be a guard outside the door. Might be a camera inside. Might be, I don't know. Drone might react to anything moving.
Yeah, I hope they
It's a
don't
lot
shoot
of-
at birds that land. I think it's an unlikely case. But I'm willing
Lance,
to
make
test
me an
that.
intelligence check.
There
Oh.
are no real intelligence. Can I make a note check?
If you
It's
if
this-
you know with no skill, then yes.
It's just a motion sensor with a machine gun.
If I'm
Roll
lucky.
2d6. Roll 2d6.
I did.
Oh.
6.
6. Sure. You remember the guy going, I believe the drone reacts to a magical imprint rather than motion.
Magical imprint. He said those words. What do they mean? Like magic.
There are
They read
birds.
them- they-
There are magical birds.
Okay. They know they can see magic shit.
In that case, it
Nah,
doesn't matter.
fuck.
Then all animals are out. Then it doesn't even matter.
Do we
Sun
have
is
an
dead
EMP?
in the water. Unless
Are
we take out
EMPs
the
a
drone.
thing then?
They are now.
I mean, you can
But
try and
Harvey, get
figure
on
one
it.
out, but
I mean, temporary anti-magic fields must be a thing.
Can
in
you
a
hack the
world full of
drone?
magic.
Oh,
a temporary anti-magic field on a scale you require is
Local. I mean, it's just better to just program a fucking kill the drone off, or like have it ignore some shit if we can get to there. But
like
then,
isn't there remote hacking? Like
well,
no.
actually,
super short range one, I believe, was a thing you bought.
what
Right.
is the range? Yeah, we
Can you
bought that.
hack as a bird?
No,
In the air.
no.
Can you
Without
execute?
speaking.
Multi-link
With
unit.
no signal in the woods.
No.
Computer gear.
Side beam link
I'll
unit.
Winnow goes to search for Dalu.
You need a clear
Just,
line of sight between the unit and the receiving end. Wait, no, that's different.
I think that's to link to something you know.
Yeah.
That's not for hacking.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think like the whole point is you can't hack from safety because otherwise you hack everything.
I'm still going to Dalu's room and knocking because I want him to hack the drone.
If we don't find an elegant solution, we can always teleport there and kill everyone. But I'd rather not.
Knock knock.
After it takes a couple of knocks, but you can hear Dalu when he goes and opens the door. He looks fine, except that he has like a lot. Like he's sweating a lot. His hands are a little fidgety. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
is
Dalu,
everything
I
all
was
right?
wondering, can you hack a drone maybe while flying? And what's going on with you? Like why? You actually before you speak, just drink something, okay?
I hadn't considered it. Yeah, sure. I'll drink something. Thank you. You're too nice sometimes. Yeah, thanks.
You know,
And,
you're the
yeah,
only person that says this, but okay, continue.
Well, Well, I don't know the drone. If you're thinking about the drone from that encampment, I feel like it depends on how complex it is, and maybe it's out of my ballpark. But
Okay,
I'll
tell
be able to
us.
give it a go. The main problem is, and actually, you brought up a good point, which I didn't think about while talking to that guy. The code that they use for their network. If they use something else other than what I know, I'll have a horrible time trying to hack anything in their system. So I would need some. I'd need something. I need to know what code they use for their tech.
All right.
Hopefully, we can. I can call him through our through compad or so on. I'll do that for you. I'll let you know what he says.
Okay. Are you all right? You don't seem all right.
I am very far from okay. I might need a few. Just give me a day, maybe. Just to calm down a little bit. This topic is always quite hard for me.
I can tell.
But specifically this searching, it's kind of complex, and it's not that I. The reason why I haven't said much about it isn't for. It's not. It's no longer reasons of trust or that I think I can't tell you for some reason. Or it's just me. It's just me. It's just getting it out of me. But yeah, give me a day. I've already decided that if you want to know, since the crux of this is what I'm looking for, I need to tell you. I need to tell you all what kind of what's going on.
Sure, when you're ready. I
Yeah.
think you're doing the right thing by confronting it, whatever it is. Seems to be causing you a lot of pain, but running away is always worse.
You know, it's funny. I'm quite a part of me. Before I started trying to rethink everything, or had to. I was quite the selfish type. On top of everything, you know.
Well,
But I hope I'll tell you all when you're together. I'll get us all in the room, and I'll try to keep it quick. I don't want it to make it about me. But it's funny what I said to Robert. Said I'd tell him at some stage, and almost immediately after I tell him that I don't know whether I'll find this person, I get confirmation after what Lance said, and then from this inspector that who I'm searching for is there, and the timing couldn't be weirder. So he's gonna get a mouthful from me. I hope he doesn't think I'm dragging him into anything.
don't worry about us. I mean, you're a good guy. We'll help you. Whatever it is. Can't be that bad.
I
There's
think
always a way.
I needed to hear that as much as I don't maybe think it. You know, I got
Whatever
you.
happened before, like
Mhm.
what matters is who you are now, so
You know, you mightn't realize it, but you've helped me a lot with that. Without before I talk to everybody, and including yourself, part of what I've been trying to do is restructure, remake, and you mightn't realize that you facilitated a lot of that. When I was looking in the mirror, you casted your magic, and that was big. That was really big. I want to when I change the topic just a little. When I was out in Orlando waiting about, I wasn't doing any of that shit paperwork. I couldn't give a damn. Luckily, Lance was taking care of the ship and all that, and the people. I went out and I just got a couple of things because I wasn't doing much. I got this for you as well. If you actually, you should actually see it in his room, because he would have kept it somewhere. So you can see them, but he points to them, and there's like a couple of small flower pots of like different colored flowers. And he goes, "It's just some decoration for your med bay, where you do your work." And I also got you this, and he like goes into maybe a compartment or something, and it's like a teddy bear of like a tabby cat with a stripe down the back, or whatever cat that
Yeah.
the
Sure.
cat that you like transform into or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like a kind of large teddy bear. So yeah, I just kind of got it made for the laugh, so you can take him.
Sure, thank you. I mean, people may complain like about the hygienic part, about all the things I keep in the med bay, but it's my med bay, so I think it'll fit right in. So
Your castle, your rules.
yeah. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. That's very kind.
It's not much, but thanks.
It's the
Hope that's a
it's
bit
the
of grain.
gesture that counts, Thank you.
I'll be sure to ask when I'm a bit back to myself, whatever that means. And I've puffed out my chest again. I'll get you all in the room. I'll say something, so you know what's going on. So you're not in any danger, as Robert had mentioned.
Right now? Tomorrow? What?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Sure. All right.
If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone just for a
Yeah,
few.
sure. I'm already halfway out.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye.
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 Like, total serious conversation and then bye. Cool, man. Cool. Got a teddy, man. I swear, like, the day after I said, like, my cat has, like, an orange stripe, I watched, like, Critical Role, and then Caleb, I turned into a cat and it has the orange stripe on the back. Fuck you.
Whoa.
It's my cat.
He's been spying on you.
Yeah.
That's my cat.
Man, I'm not. It's.
What's
I'm
the
not caught up. It's
what's
an
the
old-
cat's general color?
Oh,
Well, I guess it has to be kind of white. Aren't there like these white, orange cats? I don't know.
so out of character, we're confident in the plan. A lot of, I imagine. Of course, it's the flashback thing, but I feel confident.
Out of character, we do not have a plan anymore. Because these drones see like 2 kilometers away. Like they can read facial expressions at 2 kilometers if they're equipped with this kind of fucking technology.
Okay, well,
They're equipped with more technology than is available in the book, technically. So there is like no shot
I
of
thought there
getting
was.
past them.
I
with
guess I was
magic.
assuming, but I guess when I heard the 2 drone 12-hour shift thing, I was assuming that we'd be going in the middle. Like no matter what, like whatever plan we did, it'd be in the middle of that.
But if one is switched off while the other one is switched on, that maybe gives us a minute at best.
Yeah,
It sounds like.
guess.
It sounds like there. I mean, there's no reason why there should be a bigger delay than a minute between both of them
Yeah.
being active. I think what
your
we could.
plan with changing like into guards still kind of works because guards will by default have a magical imprint because both their equipment and their armors will have magical power.
I was just about to say that I personally think that taking over the other guards as they intend to come in might be our best shot.
You do have to do that
But-
like a couple kilometers away from the compound just to make sure you're completely out of visual range and hope nobody's looking at you from above. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well, I
think
guess you
there's-
can still
Or-
keep that part of the plan.
Or we could do the following. I think we would need too much bullshitting for that. We could potentially just disguise as guards, drive into the compound, and say, "We have an
Security
imposter between the guards that you have here. Someone who's planning to release the prisoner." Hopefully, in earshot of the person to understand what. Wait, I'm a prisoner. What? And then we just waste them. Use the moment of surprise, and they're like, "What is happening?" I don't know, but it ends violently in all my scenarios.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hope that these drones aren't assuming this damn brightness on my camera. God. Assuming the if it ended violently, like no matter our plan, even if we got in the building or and what if they succeed and we're in a fight? I mean, do we know if these drones on top of their like surveillance, if they're combat ready? Like, are these things like mechs? Big flying things.
That's
with
what we
guns?
could definitely ask him, right? That's not a problem to ask.
He
Via
definitely
phone.
didn't mention anything
Yeah, no weaponry.
like that.
Okay.
I think.
I think he,
Dalo,
he
make
would have.
me fix intelligence check.
Sure.
Can I also do that for whatever
Sure.
that is? Cool.
Fixed intelligence.
Fix.
This is like a +5.
A
Yeah.
-1 for me.
You're
If it's a
12.
+5.
Thinking between this session and next, I'm gonna dump my
roll.
saved points into shoot. Either that or stealth.
Alright. Dalu, you've kind of never worked with this part of drones. Bobby, you know that technically a drone they're most likely to use is capable of carrying that magical detection unit, a weapon, and ammunition. But that would be the limit of what it can.
So it's definitely possible it can
It's possible, yeah.
do everything.
But most likely, considering what it's used for, most likely not. But possible.
I mean, I honestly think if a cartographer is so valuable for this specific scenario, I think it makes sense that they would use good equipment. So we should be prepared for that thing shooting at us.
We don't. Yeah, and equipment-wise, the guards as well could be wearing the best stuff.
Yep.
I mean, you definitely have to expect AC-16 on all of these, yeah, at least.
I wish I had my fucking sniper rifle.
You have 2 weeks, 3 weeks. To
We
get
can
it.
go, we can go delving again.
And I had been looking at the attachments and I had gotten some in mind for this as well. Like the a storage grip, the dark vision scope, and a suppressor. The control grip for hacking a camera. I think getting some attachments for all of us would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Well-
just tell me what attachments you want, and we pay for it.
Well,
And
they're like probably black market too, right?
Z3-L1M pays for it.
But
And-
but it's like we have to find a place to get this stuff. Like we can't even get in it, but we have to.
Attachments isn't very hard. The sniper rifle is hard.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, sure.
But once you find them, you can give the weapon to me and I can set it up. I can modify shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, we should
Uh,
actually
if you
look
want to
into
modify
that.
stuff, you remember you need to rent a workshop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not very expensive.
It's not very expensive.
Huh.
I mean, you need to rent it for like a day, basically.
Yeah, and that's actually something we definitely should do. Is like use your slots for modifications on all of your guys' gears, so we have an additional advantage. We can drop a lot of them afterwards again, but it's not a very expensive, right? To mod equipment. Don't remember how expensive.
Do you even like? Do you actually even need a workshop for attachments? I thought it just said
No, for
it takes a
attachments,
minute.
not.
Not for
For mods.
attachments. For mods, for modifying and existing. I'm not sure
right.
100% how
But
it works. I
building
just
and
know.
installing a mod requires a well-equipped TL4 workshop. Maintaining a mod requires a normal TL4 toolbox. So you have the toolbox on your ship, so once you build it, you can keep it, but building it, yes, you need a workshop.
Can we put a workshop on our ship?
Yes.
Yes, it's
We can.
expensive.
Or
Like
Okay.
renting a workshop costs 100 credits a day.
I thought it was one of
And-
the not expensive ones. Let me check.
Well, it's not super expensive. It's more like it's gonna take up mass, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I mean,
A
now that you
workshop.
have a player, it might be a good idea to.
A workshop costs 5,000 credits, but it also costs power and
Five?
half a mass.
On
Yeah,
the frigates?
5,000. It's 500 with a star.
Really? Ah.
Yeah, it's very inexpensive, but it's one power that we do not have
Oh yeah, power.
at the moment, and it's also 0.5 mass, which we would have, but we don't have power at the moment, and we don't have money for ship mods.
Otherwise, you need to spend some time modifying your ship to convert mass into power, and then you can install. I'm not sure if you can install the.
But the cheapest mods are like, cheapest mods we want are like 1K, which is fine, I guess.
Where on which page
Oh, you
are
want.
mods?
Mods
Which
are
mods?
page 96 and 97.
He's talking about my
Six.
book, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Sample mods. Okay, yeah, fun.
Further up there is a longer list. Sorry, both are called sample mods. I'm stupid.
All right. Well, as it seems to me, your guys now mostly looking at stuff you can get with a tech on your site and considering your options. So how about we end up here for today? You take the week to figure out which mods you want to install, if any, because you will have time for it, and I think you have money. And hopefully, between the session, figure out whatever plan you want to prepare, like this. Maybe ask me some questions. Then we should start next session with pure playtime, getting into the game and into the problems you face. Always flashbacks.
Can I just do one more thing?
Yeah.
Could I, assuming from my room, maybe I don't need to use the comms thing. Could I just use a combat and try and call the inspector?
Sure.
And just to inquire about that. I'm just gonna call it code. That the network might use. If I wanted to hack something in the future, like I need to know if they use a different code.
Data protocol.
I can't remember what it's called. You know what I
Data
mean? Like this, like
protocols.
coding language. Yeah, sure. if there's a different language that they use, then I basically can't do anything.
Don't think the Arella would be too different, but let's say he promises to transmit some manuals that you can check.
To make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was it.
Well,
That was it.
in that case, that's it for tonight. See you guys in a week.
Yes.
Thank you